Ready?
Okay, yeah.
All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Slop on the Pod. I'm your host, Jordan. With me always is the Grizzly Bear himself, Emil Shaya. And I'm very excited we have Ryan Perez in the building. Ryan, what's up, buddy?
What's up, guys?
Don't forget the mics to your mouth. All right? Come on, dude. I thought you were a professional.
I forget sometimes.
You work with James Franco. Come on, dude. I thought.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, wait. You have an NDA. I'm sorry. I can't talk about that.
We can talk about some things.
Liquid IV. Guys, when you push your body hard or just feel run down, it is extremely important to stay hydrated. Making hydration a priority helps us feel healthier on a day-to-day basis. Remember, 1 stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more efficiently than water alone. Liquid IV has incredible hydration flavors like watermelon, lemon lime, strawberry, pina coladas, and now they have their new sugar-free option, which is honestly my favorite right now. I love the lemon lime flavor. I don't know what it is about the sugar-free one, but this lemon lime one just slaps, as the young kids would say. It is fire. It is no cap. This is the bee's knees. This is the shiz biz. I'm telling you guys, try some sugar-free one. It's probably a little better for you because it's sugar-free. But honestly, I'm telling you, this one tastes amazing. I drink them all the time. This one tastes like exactly like lemonade. Like, you don't even taste like the sugar-free, like that diet flavor. It's just amazing, delicious. I actually already recorded another ad for this, so I already been using it. I'll suck the powder out of it, dog. Guys, real quick, I gotta show you something that Liquid IV has sent me. They sent me this dope backpack for all the kiddies going back to school. Thank you, Liquid IV. This backpack is so dope. It's got so many little hidden, like, cool things. It's got this little yellow zipper, and it's got 2 side pockets for the bottles. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how Liquid IV knew that I had a kid coming or that I had a kid, but thank you. He's a little too young. Probably not gonna be using this stuff anytime soon, so Daddy might have to take over and, use this bad boy. Because honestly, I was gonna give it to the kid, but I don't know. I don't think it deserves it yet, dog. Let's just see what's inside. Let's see the other goodies they gave us. On top of everything else, we got Liquid IV for kids. We got the banana flavor. We got Concord grape. We have cotton candy. Cotton candy for kids, Liquid IV. That's insane, dude. We have tropical punch. And lastly, but not leastly, we have crisp apple. Dude, this is amazing. They sent us these dope. Oh my God, look at it. Wait till you guys see these freaking water bottles. Look at this. Dude, this is so dope. It's got a little spout. Perfect for kids. Hopefully they don't spill themselves. Probably will because they're kids. And then look at this one. This one's my favorite right here. This is so clean. I'm probably going to have to keep this one for myself. But, dude, Liquid IV, thank you guys so much. And then, of course, back to school, little thing for the kiddies. A little colored pencil. Liquid IV. Look at this, dude. Liquid IV, you guys are freaking awesome. I wish my kid was a lot older so he could actually use this stuff when he went to school. But whatever, dude. He's only like a couple weeks old. I'll put him in the backpack. Whatever. I'll feed him his bottle through these Liquid IV cups. Once again, guys, thank you, Liquid IV, for this. You guys can get all the liquid hydration packets. What else they have? Energy boosters, immune support, all that stuff. If you go to liquidiv.com, use promo code SLOB. Remember, this is only for all the Slob on the Pod listeners. You guys, we get hooked up by Liquid IV. I get hooked up. You get hooked up. We all get hooked up, baby. Go to liquidiv.com. Use promo code SLOB. 4 letters. SLOB. Slob. That's slob at liquidiv.com for 20% off. Guys, Liquid IV, thank you so much for being a sponsor of the podcast. I really appreciate you. I appreciate every single one of you that has used my promo code up to this point, and I appreciate anyone that is going to use my promo code after this point. I don't know how much more I could say about Liquid IV. I love it so much. It hydrates the crap out of me. Guys, experience better hydration today at liquidiv.com. Remember promo code SLOB, S-L-O-B. All right. Back to the show.
So just real quick, we go way back, like a pair of lazy boys. I heard some cholos say that back in the parking lot the other day, and I thought that was cool. But yeah, we've known each other since what, high school?
Yeah, it's been maybe high school.
Yeah, I was like big into skating, like I was telling you, and you were always there with like a camera and shit.
Yeah,
we were
always
just
filming.
documenting and filming every single thing.
Everything.
Dude, I was telling him, he don't remember, but when you guys did like jerking videos.
Yeah. The
You don't
fat
remember
hat,
that?
I didn't know when you said jerking videos. I thought something very different from what you explained.
Oh yeah, not that type of jerk.
He's just recording all his friends jerking off.
I was like, that's cool, man. That's cool.
You're like, where are you guys from? Oh, that's what they do over there. Okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So we go way back. We used to hang out a lot. And I mean, I think from what you did in around high school and stuff, filming, this all makes sense. What you're all about now. If you don't mind, please explain to everyone what it is you do.
Yeah, what I do is I produce and direct films, but professionally, like on a professional level. I do property assistant, art director, art department, and I'll work for feature films, and I'll do that in Los Angeles, Imperial Valley. I'm back and forth.
Okay. So you do go up to LA then?
Yeah. I've done a couple gigs in LA.
Oh, okay.
But there's lots of filming going on
In the Valley, so I don't really have to leave home most of the time. But I was really heavily into it, and I was doing it all the time. Now it's my side thing, but it's still like a side main thing because I have my day job now.
That's the same thing with me in the podcast.
Yeah.
I totally respect that. Like I have like a job, which for some people it's like a career. It's got good benefits. It's everything, but it's not like my end goal. Like I do the podcast on the side, but the podcast, if I could, would be like my full-time everything because I love doing this. But yeah, so I can only imagine. I'm guessing like you have like a goal. Because, I mean, where you're working is not where you're going to end up,
Oh, no,
right?
yeah. Like, the goal is to have the side job be the main job.
Yeah.
Like everybody else.
Yeah, like my girl. She was a side girl, now she's the main girl. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Just kidding.
Perfect
She's just living the dream.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Lucky girl.
Call me Dwayne The Rock Johnson because you're welcome.
Oh, boy.
shit.
If you guys know that, you know.
Yeah, of course we know that.
Yeah, okay.
Can we
You guys
cuss?
have kids?
We can cuss, right?
Oh, fucking course
Oh,
you
okay,
can, you
cool.
fucking piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Not in the first 10 minutes.
Oh, dude, that actually
Is that
what-
real?
Yeah, I don't know. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't heard that
There's
rule.
podcasts to listen to on YouTube. Supposedly, the first 5 or 10 minutes, even if you do curse, bleep it out because I guess YouTube will go through it, and if they see cursing right in the beginning, they automatically not flag it, but like they won't pump it out to like everyone else. They'll like try to hold it back because it has too much cursing right away.
Oh, frick.
Oh, freak, yeah. That would be funny if we have a timer for like 10 minutes and it's just us like, oh, frick, oh, son of a shoot. And then it's like, as soon as the 10 minutes hit, pussy ass bitch. That would be funny if he's like, can we curse? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, fucking dude. He just starts going off like, whoa, dude, chill. My kid watches this. He's
Oh,
gonna
shit.
watch this.
Eventually, yeah.
That's scary, huh?
What's like the draw to the Imperial Valley for filming? For
Yeah.
Locations, sand dunes, desert. It's like a lot of low budget style for some people. Not low budget,
It's
but
cheaper to
it's
film
cheaper
out
to
there
film
than
out in
LA?
the desert. Yeah, the film permits are a lot cheaper. Like if you're trying to film something in Los Angeles, everybody's up there that does films. So like, for now, it'll be cheaper in the valley and less common, but it's already picking up. Everyone's starting to catch on.
More productions coming to town.
Yeah, because Slab City, I know you guys know about Slab City, right?
Mhm.
Out there, back then, you could go out there and film stuff and get away, but with it now, you can't. You got people in their camps wanting you to sign papers and
Because
stuff.
it's like their neighborhood.
Yeah, like they know now, they catch on, they know all these people are coming out here to film, so they're like, okay, cool. Like
They want their cut.
Yeah, like you
Well,
film
bro,
here. Yeah, like, you sign this, but like, just in case you get famous, like, or the video gets a lot of hits, we want a cut on it too, so it's like,
I'm sure they've seen a lot of shit pop off, and
yeah.
they've felt like they get nothing from, being a town dealing with people coming in and doing their thing, and then
Yeah.
they go and blow up, and you're just
Yeah,
living in
happens.
a weird little town.
Yeah, they see that them film made like 1.2 billion. They're like, I couldn't get $100 from that. What the fuck?
Yeah, I
they
mean,
use our shit for free.
They're catching on, and it makes it hard for locals to film now too. Like me, it's like I'm right there running into slabbers. Like
Even like if you're just like vlogging or something.
vlogging's
The
a
minute
different
they see a
story.
camera, they
no,
just, like-
yeah, they see like they'll ask you, and they'll know the difference. I was out there filming a music video once, and we had to cut out a scene from a music video we had to do because that location they were asking for that.
Oh, okay. And do they do like? Because I know Slab City and I know the type of people that are out there.
Yeah.
And so, like, is there like a fucking like a governor or something, or is it just random people be like, hey,
The
we want
mayor-
money?
the mayor of
the
No,
mayor
no.
of Slab City.
Yeah, no, I mean there's like a committee.
Yeah, right.
person.
See, I know. Yeah,
but they don't
or
deal with
something.
that. Like, I mean, no one out there really owns their land. But if someone's gonna come ask you,
Yeah, so
And-
so for people who don't know what Slab City is, it's
Yeah,
like
explain
it's like a commune, right? It's like a
It's what in the free, like the only freest place in the world, or like in the
the
country.
last free place in the world, but
supposedly.
really free. Like our local sheriffs and fire departments and ambulances are always out there. But a lot of shit does happen out there. So.
They're where? They're like They're what is the location of Slaps? Is it like it's not like Salton Sea?
No, think about it. Like maybe east of Salton Sea, pretty much east of the Salton Sea.
East.
Yeah. How do you hear about like films and like in productions and stuff in the valley? Like, is there a website? Is like someone emailing you?
No,
once
you
get
don't.
in?
Like usually, if you're in with like the film commission, they'll give you information on it and stuff. But like 100% of my job. Well, now I do get offers from the film commission, but before, like how I got into it, it's a funny story. I bombed my first acting audition.
Okay.
They had an acting audition in Salton City. My bad, Bombay Beach.
Bombay Beach.
And I did bad and everything like that. Whatever. Like, and then.
What was the process, if you don't mind asking?
So like you got to send in a video first. Like it wasn't a newspaper, like film casting or how do you say audition or casting call for film being like casting call. Same thing, less sexual.
Okay.
But they'll ask for that information. Like here's give your number, email, whatever, and you'll email it. And this is back in like 2012, 2013, 2014, and you send in your info, and a casting director will hit you up. Be like, hey, well, we're doing this scene. Here's the sides. Film a video of you doing it first. And like, okay, cool. So you send a video, and like, all right, cool. We're gonna have a live audition here. So they'll rent a space in Bombay. What they did for me was they rented a space in Bombay, and like other people showed up that day. They saw my video and everything, and I did my audition, and they were like, we'll call you. All right, cool. Well, if you have any like work for on set and stuff like that, let me know. And they're like, yeah, cool, we'll let you know. So like I didn't hear from anyone, and like I was working at Vaughn's at the time, and I ended up running into the same dude that was a casting director, and he was with the director of the film.
Oh shit.
So like, I was working in the deli making sandwiches. They came to get sandwiches, and I was like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm like, hey, how's it going? And, like I didn't know this is the director, and I was like talking to him all cool, and hey, so like yeah, I did kind of bad at that audition, huh? And like, yeah, but it's all good, man. And he liked that I skateboarded, because in my auditioning tape I was like on a board, because the part called for a BMX bike. I was like, I don't got a BMX bike. I don't BMX. Fuck that. So I had a skateboard, and he was like, yeah, dude, I used to skate too. I was sponsored and everything. And
oh shit.
I was like, oh, cool. And he ran to me anyway at the deli, and we started talking about skateboarding a little bit. And I told him, well, yeah, let me know. If you got film, set work, let me know. I want to learn and stuff. Like, all right, cool. You know what? I'm gonna forward your information to somebody. So that night, I got a call from the art department director, or the art director, and they hooked me up with a job. They're like, hey, do you want to? Okay, I didn't get the job instantly. They asked me a question. Like, okay, so like, do you want to get a job that pays like $100 a week? You're gonna be driving actors around, cast members, setting up food tables, or do you want an art department job? Doesn't pay. It's for 2 months.
No pay.
No pay.
Just experience.
Yeah, and it's just an internship. And I was like,
wait, because it's an internship, do you get like more access to things? Like, was there like
it was just
what outweighed that?
No, yeah, you're an intern on the art department, but they told me like you can get like experience in other departments. Like we'll let you sit in on the electrician department, lighting department, everything.
Oh, okay.
So
like,
they
cool.
feed you?
Yeah, they did feed us for free. There was always catering on every set I worked on.
Yeah.
So really good catering. So they were like, yeah, I'll take the art department job. And he was quiet for a little bit, and he was like, really? Like, you don't want that? Usually people ask for the one for that.
The one that has money.
Like, nah, I want to work on sets. So anyway, long story short, my first 2-month internship, I took a lot of time off work, was broke as hell for a while. It led to me getting jobs. It just snowballed. That's how you get jobs. It just snowballed through other people giving me, like throwing me bones.
But it's cool that I mean, like you said, you took a break from everything just to do that. Like,
yeah,
that's fucking crazy. Like, I think about it all the time. Like, I don't know if like some comic was like, bro, you want to go on tour with me? Like, would I just drop everything and just do it? Knowing that could probably be it. Just get something from that and like lose my good job that I have. And like, it kind of scares me. Like, if I was to get offered that, like, would I go for it? But like, I mean, it's cool to hear that you're just like, fuck it. Like, I really want to focus on this, so I'm gonna like struggle for a while and stuff.
I used up all my vacation time and more, but my boss was cool enough to just be like, yeah, go ahead.
That's cool, man.
Damn.
All in on your dream and just fucking.
His boss was like, he'll be back.
Yeah, no, I did come back.
Go do your little.
Yeah, but that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
let him go figure it out, try it, and then. Door's still open. Like, he could have been a dick about it.
Yeah, and I had been working there for 7 years anyway, so it was like I was one of his like I guess trusted employees. I don't know.
No, yeah, I ask about the process of like getting work and stuff because I always see like I don't know if you, I'm sure you see them like on Facebook and stuff. There's like ads of like looking for people for like a Disney show.
Oh yeah,
or
no, those don't ever follow. Those are like scams and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much assumed that. So one time I saw an email and it was like something for somewhere here like in town or in the valley. Or I don't remember. It was like a one of those ads, and I was like, fuck it. I put my email, put my phone number, and dude, like at least once a month I'll get a text like, hey, we have this part we would like for you to try out. Would you be down to do like a Zoom call? And I always say yes, and I'm like, and they'll be like, you want to do 2, 4, or 6? And I'll be like, oh, give me 6 after work. And then like once 5 hits, they're blowing up my phone, and I just don't answer because I'm like, I don't know, like it's a scam, or even if it's real,
Yeah.
am I really gonna go do this?
Well, there's real ones. It's through Hollywood Casting and like.
Oh damn! I fucked up.
Yeah, I've been to a couple, and you could actually audition for it. But a lot of them are like lower budget, amateur films. They do have good budgets though. Yeah, and you drive. I used to drive to LA and audition for those all the time.
Damn, dude. Yeah, I can't imagine. How's it's like the auditioning process like
Same thing. They send you a script. You send them a video of you doing it, and like, all right, cool, come in. You come in, walk into a room. It's dimly lit. They're lighting you up, and you audition in front of the casting director, and anyone else who's important part of that.
Damn.
So,
Is it like nerve-wracking?
very nerve-wracking. I
Dude.
think I've like bombed. I have like that social anxiety, so like I've bombed a lot of my auditions. I'm like not meant to be an actor. I mean, I've always been on the director side. I'm just not meant to be an actor. But I've done it. Like I've done auditions a lot.
So are you part of the Screen Actors Guild?
I'm not.
You're not on strike, dude? What are you doing
No,
here?
I don't know. A
Fuck
lot
those
of my
guys.
friends are not making money right now that work in that industry. So it's like, oh shit. Good thing I'm not there right now.
What is all like? What's the thing? I have an idea, but like,
SAG-AFTRA?
what's going on? Yeah.
It's just like a union. Like a union.
But
for
why are
the
they going on
screen
strike?
actors. I have
They want
no
more money?
idea. I think they want
Is
more
it
money
in
or
solidarity
something.
with the writers, or is it their own thing?
I think it's a bunch of other departments because I have people who are costumers, like is that how you say costumers? They're in the wardrobe department.
Customers?
Costumers, like they
Costumers.
costume people.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
That sounds like a
weird
made-up word. But
It,
yeah.
it probably was made up. But
You do
anyway,
more than
wardrobe
I do, so
department.
you would know.
I thought I've heard that word before. But anyway, yeah, they're on strike too, and yeah, I guess it's tough for them right now. That's where I'm glad I have a day job.
Yeah. You're like, I can't go on strike, guys. I gotta work.
Yeah.
Like, you have a job? Nah, dude, I think I've always wanted to do like some sort of acting. That's not like a goal of mine, but it would be fun to be like on just some type of set. Like, I mean, from like comedians that I listen to that they do it to like further their career or whatever, that don't really want to do it, they fucking sound like they hate it. And like to me, I'm like, bro, like what, but like what could you possibly hate about it? Like you're doing a film with like sometimes big names and stuff. You're getting to like know these people, and like it sounds exciting, but like what are the downsides?
Well, here's one example. Imagine like they're all 12-hour days, but imagine a 12-hour day and you're working on one scene. And it's 73 takes.
The same thing over.
Yeah,
and over.
73 takes.
And how long does it take? Like a minute, 5?
A take would be like maybe a minute or two.
Oh my!
But you do that 73 times and resets and have to say the whole lines all over again. Sometimes you gotta walk like a good distance.
It's just you walking.
Yeah, like let's say you gotta walk from I don't know where that building is to right here, and you interact with another actor, and like it's it could be nerve-wracking sometimes. You see, I used to think the same thing. Like, oh, it's cool, it's probably fun, but like on a real set, it's like work.
Damn.
You're lucky if you get like one scene done a day.
Yeah, that's how it is sometimes. Like,
And then, are you ever in any scenes where like it ends up not even being in the film?
no, well, yeah, tons of scenes. There's tons of
That's gotta
scenes that
suck.
do not come out in the film.
Mm.
Like I've been on a couple feature. Well, the last feature film I worked on, yeah, there's a lot of scenes where I was watching the movie and I was like, crap, that wasn't there. This wasn't there. We worked so hard on this scene and that scene. Like it was a grueling, hot day and none of it ever came
Well,
to
that makes
light.
sense. You hear stories of like celebrities being in stuff and their scenes get cut. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like I would
Yeah.
imagine that's the editing. That's a common term, right? That the film's
Yeah.
made like in editing.
Post.
So
Post.
post, yeah.
Fix it in post.
So like so much stuff is being cut and just left behind.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've heard like Brian Callen say that like he was in a film and he shot like a couple scenes and he took his friends and family to like the premiere and they ended up cutting him out of everything.
Oh,
they let him
no.
come,
Yeah.
and he was like in the credits, but like his part wasn't there.
Oh, that's gotta
like
suck
at all.
bad.
And like they didn't tell him or nothing. Like you just find out when you go to the premiere. Dude, have you been to any fun premieres?
I've been invited. I never went.
Why not?
I got invited to Future World premiere because like right after that, it's like okay, I'm done filming. I got to resume my real job. I can't ask for
That's
time off
right.
again. And it's
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, I got invited to, when I was working on Future World, I got invited to that premiere. I got invited to a premiere for another one I worked for in Santa Monica called This Is Me. Yeah, like, I've never made it to a premiere.
Is that a Kristen Wiig?
So This Is Me was just a, like, kind of like a music video. It was like a musical. It was directed by Brandon Stewart. He was a like an American Idol contestant.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyway, it was under Awesomeness TV. It's a building like in Los Angeles, dedicated just for, it's a studio, dedicated only to this YouTube channel.
A
And this thing has,
YouTube channel?
Yeah, millions of followers and subscribers. A YouTube, and they have like editing bays, a huge building. Everyone gets around. A lot of people get around the building on scooters. Like a badass catering area for lunch.
Damn.
Like, and a sound stage. I was working on a sound stage. I was the art director for this one.
Mhm.
It was like a dream workspace. Like,
What's art director?
art director oversees the general like visual, like how do I say, overall visual orientation of a film or of a project. Like, you say where the props go, you say where the set decorations go.
Oh,
So I
okay.
oversaw that as an art director, and I got this after my property assistant gig. So I ended up moving up a little more. So that's what I was doing in Los Angeles, art director. most
So
of the
were
time.
you like in charge of like if you were filming a scene in a room, you had to set the room up?
Yeah,
or-
well, what I would do, I didn't have to set it up. Everyone else would set it up. I would just be like, okay, cool. So I would like this dresser right here, or I would like these lighting, these lights right here.
The
or
art director's like, there's too many books in this library.
Yeah,
and then
like-
the prop department's got to figure out.
Yeah, like this scene, he's gonna use it. I would make some of the props too. I would like double as a property assistant also sometimes. But yeah, I would just have the overall view as an art director. Like, okay, this doesn't look good.
Mhm.
You feel like because you had the experience in the prop department, you feel like you could like do so when you're the art director, do they look at you from the prop department like, this guy thinks he's better than us, and then if you get in there and get your hands dirty a little bit, like, I've done that job too and I get it.
No,
They're
not
like-
really, because like a lot of people don't know your background. Like, you're meeting a lot of these people for the first time. Every time you're on a new set, you meet a whole set of new different people.
So I'm assuming like the group, they're like, all right, this is the art director, and they're like, oh shit, this guy knows his shit. They automatically just
Yeah,
assume.
Yeah, because I really didn't know my shit. Like, you know, I've worked a lot of films, and like, it's crash courses for me. I never went to school for it, but like, yeah, you get on set, and
Nah, you don't need school, dude.
yeah, you don't need school at all. Like, a lot of the people I worked with did not go to school for everything they did.
Damn. Dude.
But yeah, no, everyone automatically thinks like, cool, art director, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And you just fly with it. I always flew with it.
Yeah, I think as long as you're like confident with what you're telling them, they're like, all right, whatever this guy says.
yeah, just be.
I
I mean,
also you're working, you know what I mean? You're like doing stuff, you're hands on, so like
yeah, I like to think a lot of the things I've been through like have gotten me like my experience, because I've been faced with like really like ridiculous requests on set. Like we'll be doing a scene, director wants to do a last minute change. So like an example for property assistant, we'll have like, we deal with all the weapons, right? So there'll be a scene, for example, this is an actual example, where they were fighting with a machete, right? So that he was like, oh, cool, well, that's cool, but like, I want a scene where he throws a machete and it goes into the guy's head. Like, okay, cool, prop department, can you do that? Like, yeah, how much time do we have? Like, you have until we shoot the next take. So we'll go to our little setup area, we'll cut, like, out of wood with all our tools and everything, an actual wooden replica of the machete, and put like green screen tape on it and everything. We'll set this up within 5 minutes. We have like the director and the PAs and everybody, like, not the PAs, the assistant director yelling at us while we're doing this.
Like, hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, like 5 minutes. Just fucking,
That's stressful,
like,
dude.
pressure. Like,
it's like one of those cooking shows when they got like
Oh,
the
yeah, like-
timer going.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's like that. Like, you're in a hurry, you're in a rush, you're getting yelled at by everybody, and like, you're trying to get this done in a like short amount of time.
Well, I'm assuming what, like, the time you're on set, it's like costing them money and shit, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
So they're trying to knock out as much as they can in a day.
Yeah.
And especially like the main part is probably filming, so everything behind the scenes is like, hurry the fuck up, like, let's get to the scene.
Oh, yeah, it's big money. I think the last set I was working on was definitely over $1 million budget. So
Fuck.
Do you see a difference between like $1 million budget and then like a not
yes,
so?
big
Yeah,
time,
I bet,
big
I
time.
bet.
the food sucks and shit, catering.
Oh yeah, the food sucks big
That's the
time.
main one.
Yeah, no, I mean there's always been good food on the sets I've been on, but yeah, you know, I mean
It's tornadoes off the roller from Circle K.
Yeah, like
Hey,
there-
I'll take that's just good, dude.
I've been on sets where it's just graham crackers and fucking
Cheese
goldfish
Hell
and yeah, Capri Suns.
Shit,
And
I send my kids to school with.
yeah, like that. And
Hell
I've been
yeah.
on sets where it's like caterers are right there on set and they'll ask you what you want and stuff. So
Damn, did you guys hear about the whole catering debacle that went on during the filming of Titanic?
no,
No.
Didn't even know.
So who's the guy that directed it?
James Cameron.
James Cameron and the main actor, the actor that found that was one of the excavators. He was in Twister. The guy.
Oh,
shit.
Bill.
I always mess
Paxton.
up. It's Paxton.
Bill Paxton
Or Pullman.
I think it's Bill Paxton.
Uh-huh.
So I saw this interview with him, and he was saying that they asked about like the catering and stuff, and he was like, oh, I rarely eat the food. Usually I'll go out and get food, or I'll bring food or something. And he was saying that during the Titanic, there was one time when him and with James, the director, or what's
Cameron.
James Cameron. He was like, hey, you want to go get like catering with us? Like, we don't want to go too far. He's like, yeah, fuck it. And I guess they had clam chowder was one of the things. Someone on the set drugged, like, they put, I think, LSD into the clam chowder. And so they ate it, and he said, like, he went home and he got a call, and that like medical was calling everyone like, did you eat the clam chowder? And he was like, yeah. And they're like, okay, just a heads up, like, it was laced with LSD. So he said he went home and like tried chugging just a bunch of alcohol to pass out, so he didn't want to get the effects or whatever. But yeah, I don't know if you guys heard that.
Never heard that.
That kind of sucked. I should have said
does-
that.
Yeah.
That was stupid. Huh?
Oh, it's okay.
We'll cut that.
No, it's not stupid.
Cut that in post
Pretty
production.
crazy story.
Where'd you hear that?
In an interview. It was like an old one, like with remember like back in the day when like E had like Extra.
Okay, yeah.
That
yeah, I
network
remember that.
Extra. And they're always interviewing like fucking.
Extra.
It's like TMZ,
Yeah.
no?
Oh
no, yeah, different from TMZ.
yeah, it was always just like.
But it was like OG TMZ, but TMZ took it to another level of sleazing it.
Yeah.
Like
Just getting in people's business for no
reason.
E was in people's business. TMZ was like at your house in your business.
Yeah, like people were getting stabbed, and they're like, "Oh my god, this guy's getting stabbed right now! Fucking, he got stabbed by, fucking."
TMZ was scandal. They get a couple of pro skateboarders too and stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah, like TMZ's gotten Bam, Rob Deerdick.
Well, Bam. I mean, he's writing his own fucking horror story right now. Like,
Yeah.
everything with him going on is
He's
like
bad right now. He's washed up, man.
He's what, on drugs, alcoholic?
Apparently, well, he wasn't a bad alcoholic at first, and I think he's saying he's gonna do crack until he sees his kid again or something like that. Was the last I heard of him.
Oh, that's how you get that done.
He's like, "Yep, that's
a
how
good
that
strategy.
works."
Yeah,
Really good strategy.
Bitch, if you don't let me see my fucking kid, I will smoke crack until you change your mind.
She's like, "What is that doing
What
to
are
me
you-
and the
Yeah.
kid? That's you."
Damn.
Oh my god.
Your girl's like, "I think you just want to smoke crack.
Damn.
You don't care about the kid."
That's that jackass CTE, dude.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break. We got to thank a sponsor of the podcast, and that is Caldera Lab. Say goodbye to the generic face wash on your counter, because Caldera Lab is here to save the day when it comes to your skin, backed by a leading clinical trial where 9 out of 10 men experience healthier and visibly improved skin. Caldera Lab has the tools to unlock your best first impression and confidence. Today, we have an exclusive offer for the Slob on the Pod listeners, so you can try for yourself why so many men trust Caldera Lab for their skincare needs. Use code SLOB, SLOB, at calderalab.com for, wait for it, 20% off their best products. Guys, Caldera Lab creates high-performance men's skincare products by combining pharmaceutical-grade science along with nature's purest and most potent ingredients. Kick off their stellar skincare collection. We have the Regimen Bundle, twice-a-day routine to transform your skin. Inside this bundle, you will find, wait for it, let me get it, because they just sent me a restock, because guys, I truly use Caldera Lab. I have gone through 2 face washes since they've sponsored. I actually had to hit them up and get some more stuff, and all I needed was face wash, but the people at Caldera Lab are so awesome. They just sent me a whole new shebang of facial stuff. So you guys, we have the Clean State. The Clean Slate is where you start your day. It's a balancing cleanser that uses gentle plant-based cleansing, leaving all skin types exceptionally refreshed. And then of course, you have the base layer. The base layer is a nutrient-dense fortifying moisturizer that hydrates your skin and absorbs fast, leaving you with a matte finish so you can start your day confidently. Love this, by the way. This is great. After you get out the shower and your face feels kind of dry, a little moisturizer on your face, amazing. And of course, lastly but not leastly, The Good. The Good is your go-to at night before bed and clinically proven multifunctional serum that helps your skin look tighter and smoother, as well as to help reduce visibility of wrinkles and fine lines. Remember, guys, think about this. As you age, you might notice more fine lines, wrinkles, signs of aging. You know, we make faces like this, and we get these, and you know, we get, you know, crow's feet, and we get these, you know what I'm saying? This is the opposite of what every guy wants. Let me just tell you, I don't want that. And the more you neglect your skin, the more visible this could become over time. It is time to take control of your skin with these easy steps. Let me see. Remember, guys, you guys can get 20% off these products if you go to calderalab.com. Use promo code SLOB, 4 letters, SLOB. That's SLOB at calderalab.com. You get 20% off. And remember, guys, unlock your youthful glow and be ready for summer with Caldera Lab. Guys, Caldera Lab, I appreciate you so much. I don't know how you guys knew that my face was not the greatest, but you guys came in clutch with this product. I can't put this away right now. You guys came in clutch with this product. I appreciate you guys for sponsoring the podcast. I appreciate you sponsoring Slob on the Pod. And everyone, please help me, support me by supporting Caldera Lab. Go on their website. Look at the products, guys. I'm telling you, you know, we only get older and our face is only going to go through so many more emotions and wrinkles and all this stuff. Why not take care of it now, right? I know I've taken my time. Facial things have always been a problem in my life. Like growing up, I always had real bad acne scars and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And blemishes and redness and all that stuff. But, and I've gone through so many trials and tribulations of all that. Is that how you say it, trials and tribulations? I don't even know if that works in that. I don't know. I've gone through so many products and they just don't work for me. They either dry out my skin or they make it too greasy or it doesn't work at all. Guys, I had never honestly heard of Caldera Lab until they sent me their product. And honestly, I'm glad they reached out to me because I love this product. I take it everywhere I go with me. On the face wash, there's a little, you just twist left and right to open and close. That way, if you know, the one thing I always worried about was I'd put my face washes like in my shaving bag. And of course, you know, moving around and stuff, like it opens and it gushes all over everything and it makes a freaking mess. But with this one, it has a little lock on it so you can take it easy on the go. My favorite, I think, is the moisturizer after I get out the shower. I usually have really dry skin, so this really helps. And on top of that, the moisturizer does not make my face like feel greasy. It doesn't look greasy because I usually have naturally greasy skin. And I'm always worried to put lotion on my face because they have like perfumes and stuff in it, you know, which smell good, but they're not really good for your face. And, you know, everyone's different. And so I know for myself especially, those really didn't work for me. So whenever I got this, my own little package of like things that are only going to work, you know, that I think work for myself, I was just super ecstatic about it. As you can tell, I still have some things to work on, but I'm still working on Caldera Lab. They're still a somewhat new sponsor of the podcast. Sorry for picking my nose. But thank you guys at Caldera Lab. Thank you for sponsoring the podcast. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Everyone else, please go to calderalab.com. And when you use promo code SLOB, you get 20% off all products online. Thank you guys for supporting the podcast. Thank you guys for everything. All right, that's enough of rambling. Let's get back to the podcast.
Dude, I know. And you know what? I've always been like a huge fan of Bam's. Like I watched all his shit. Mm-hmm. I got into skating because of him and stuff. And so like whenever I saw the whole Jackass thing where they were making him like go to rehab and like he had to not miss any days, otherwise he got cut from the new Jackass and then he misses a day.
Yeah.
And like at the time I was upset because I was like, at one point, everyone was doing drugs, and now all of a sudden, because they're getting older and they're getting
high horses,
now it's like, no, we got to be clean. And Steve-O gets clean, so now he can go around telling people like, and this is the thing too, is like I also sound like a piece of shit because these people are also just trying to help him, I get that, but at the same time, it's like I sometimes wonder if like the pressure of forcing him to go to rehab and like you need to be better, like I think that kind of was just like. It was like when you tell a kid, like, don't do that, they're going to want to do it because like, they're going to want to find out why not. Yeah. I think everyone telling him, like, you need to go to rehab before it gets bad or your problem's going out of hand, like, you need to take care of it. He's like, man, fuck you. No, I don't. And he just kind of, like, went against them. But I'm like, bro, like, who in their right mind does any of those fucking stunts sober? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you listen to some of the guys and, like, when Jackass was, like, when they first made, like, Jackass 1 and, like, 2 or whatever, like a lot of them like had to be on some type of Adderall or Xanax or like what's his name? What's the fat dude? Preston Lacey. He was scared of heights, super terrified, and so they said there was like a scene where I don't know if you've seen it, but he's on a porta potty acting like King Kong.
Okay,
and he's holding Wee Man.
It's the new one, right? Or no, it's the last one.
It's like the second to last. And there's like a scene where he's holding Wee Man, and Wee Man's dressed like the girl, and he's in the King Kong suit, and they're like flying like drones, and he's smacking him down just to get on top of that porta potty. He said the first day he was like shaking. They said he was like shivering. He was so fucking scared, and they couldn't get any good shots. The next day he came on a set, and he was like, let's fucking do this. And he went up there, did it. Everything was dope. And afterwards they're like, man, like, you faced your fears. He's like, no, man, I took Xanax before. I took like a bar of Xan before. I'm like, oh, and like that totally makes sense. Like in that type of career, it's like, yeah, I can imagine some of you guys are gonna get hooked on drugs.
Yeah.
And now it's like, and now they're just like, no, like you need to be straight like all of us, otherwise you can't be part of it. It's like, bro, he's like one of the OGs. Like he was there from the very beginning. He honestly, I think, was why Jackass started, because you know the whole story with Johnny Knoxville and like when he was working with Big Brother, that magazine. And then at the time, Bam was doing CKY videos, and they were like, "Look at this guy! Like and they just kind of not copied, but they were like, bro, we like your idea. Work with us to make something bigger." Like, you know what I'm saying? So he is a big reason why Jackass is what it is. Yeah. And so like just all the stuff they threw at him, I was like, that it kind of made me mad.
No, I was disappointed. He should have been in there. Like seeing him out of control like that is what got me kind of like into them. Yeah. Like, but yeah, you know, I felt like this last Jackass was a little tame.
I didn't watch it.
I watched it.
I haven't watched. Especially one, Bam wasn't in it. I heard he's like in a scene.
I don't remember.
Okay, so he's not in it. And then two, they brought in all these new fucking people, which I don't mind. Like they're cool and stuff, but like that's not.
Yeah, you gotta pass the torch. But yeah, I like the like, you know, the last time I really enjoyed Jackass was the one where it was the one where they still had what was his name? Bam's friend, the one that died in the Porsche. Ryan Dunn. Yeah, the last one, Ryan Dunn, when they like smuggled the car up his ass. That was the last good Jackass.
That's the first one.
That was the first movie? Oh crap!
When he puts it in a condom?
Yeah,
and then puts it in his ass.
Oh shit! So
and he goes to the doctor.
That's the only one I've seen. Yeah.
That's the first one. Yeah.
So that was the only one I enjoyed. that was the last one I was laughing like crazy. I think Jackass 3D made me laugh a lot. But
nah, it was all right. I thought Jackass 2 was pretty dope.
Well, it was good too.
But it is funny how in the first one they did the whole opening scene, where they're old people, they're in prosthetics and stuff. And now some of them are starting to look like it.
Yeah, they look
and it's
like
funny, like they're still doing like. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they made another Jackass, but like they do look like how they portrayed they would be later on in the future. It's like kind of scary.
Old Jackass members.
Yeah,
they're still funny. Johnny Knoxville's still funny, but he's just too fucked up now. So.
He is, yeah, dude. But I mean, I'm surprised. Like all these fucking guys have kids too.
Yeah.
So that's a lie. Getting kicked in the nuts and like all that.
Oh yeah,
that's a fucking lie, dude. Those guys got kicked in the nuts like
bowling balls
on purpose, and like have happily like a fucking family and shit. All this time I was like being careful with my nuts,
and they had their kids late. Like I feel like Johnny Knoxville and shit probably had his kid in his 40s, and
his first kid, his oldest right now has to be like 21, 22. So
yeah,
but like there was a huge gap.
Crap.
But what was I gonna get back into? Oh yeah. So you had mentioned we talked a lot before when we were setting up and stuff.
Yeah.
But you brought up that I don't know if we could talk about it.
No, good.
That you worked on Sound of Freedom.
Yeah, I did work on Sound of Freedom.
And everyone loves that film.
Yeah, I know, and like because we had filmed that. I did the post, and I still have it up. It was like 2017. 2018, and that's when they filmed that.
That's how long ago it's
been?
That's
like, why I was wondering, like, the film never came out. It's not coming out. And then finally, like, my girlfriend tells me, like, when it came out, like, last month. Or was it the beginning of the month? Like, hey, have you seen Sound of Freedom? I was like, yeah, that's the one I was an extra in, remember? And I showed her pictures, like, oh, crap. Like,
it's coming out.
Yeah, I heard it was being, like, postponed so long. But, yeah, it was really cool being an extra in that. You know, it was a long day. 12 hours for $50, whatever.
Fucking
you see yourself in the movie?
You don't. You barely see like the top of my head. And I was just like a customs agent right there in the booth flagging people by. And we did it like 50 times. Like the cars would back up. I'm like, all right, come back. And I was just like, we were so bored. I was like making conversation with the person that would come back. Like I would talk like, hey, yeah, so like, how is it living abroad? Oh, pretty cool. Like, oh, it's sick. And then, all right, cut, reset, and the cars back up, and then they'll do the scene again. Yeah, like, oh, but yeah, I'm from Nyland, and by the way, like, yeah, just for like 12 hours we did that.
Damn. Where did they film that border scene?
That was at the old Porta Entry in Calexico.
The closed one?
Yeah, the closed one. They set that one up like a running, you know.
So how does it work though? Because you guys are, I mean, that's a real port of entry. So on one side is Mexico, right?
Right.
So how does that work filming wise?
It's fenced off. They have the other end fenced off, so the cars would just drive up to the fenced area and just back out. That's all.
But like, but like once you pass that the main like entrance area, you're in Mexico. So
no,
like,
it's not like smack dab in Mexico. You still got a good distance. Yeah, you got a good distance, but before you hit actual Mexico.
Dude, I thought once you just passed the fucking
the
building,
you still got to go through the Mexico border side.
Yeah,
they have their own setup on the other side.
You never walked across Algodones?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Once I cross those gates, I'm in Mexico.
Yeah,
that's what I assume.
There's a zone like it's more noticeable like in San Luis.
Technically, as soon as you cross those gates, you can't go back. But like, it's not. There's not a fine line. Like, it's still a good distance and monitoring and all that and stuff.
Especially in the one that's like shut down. Like they're probably able to set up. Several yards down or whatever.
Interesting. But I mean, that whole Sound of Freedom movie, like with the whole like, I don't know if it's conspiracy, but with everything going on with like, you know, them not wanting to put it out and shit. You working on it, I know you only did like that one scene.
Yeah, just that one scene.
But on the time you were there, like, did you hear people talking about like the controversy that could possibly happen?
At the time, it wasn't really like nobody thought about it as being such a controversy as it was now. I mean, I'd hear some things about it, like, oh yeah, you know, what's his name, Jim Banner? Who's the name of the dude that the movie portrays? Well, anyway.
That white dude.
Ballard, Ballard. But they were like, yeah, you know, like they talked about it. They didn't think it was going to be such a controversial film as it was when we were filming it. Like, we thought it was going to come out within the next couple months when they got done filming it. Like 2018? Yeah, 2018. Damn, and released in 2023. That's how long it was being held back.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, I know. I watched it. It was, I mean, like, it wasn't anything that I haven't seen in any other film. I think we talked about it before, but like, I mean, there was some scenes where I was like, oh shit, like that's crazy. But, like, there wasn't anything graphic really. Like, it would show, you know, like a little kid and then like, some guy would grab him, take him to the room, and then the next scene is them just crying in like a bathtub.
You were disappointed?
I mean, you know, I mean,
you wanted more.
Hey, I'm gonna buy the DVD, get the unrated version. That's fucking terrible.
The director's cut. Is that what you think it is?
The CP rated version.
Oh god.
No. The dark web version.
Done. Cut that. I'm the editor of this, and I'm like, cut
that. Yeah. No, I mean, it's. I feel like the movie touches on things we already know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's
it's just something we already know that's going on. Like
keep an eye on your fucking kids.
Yeah, keep an eye on your fucking kids. Yeah.
They're like, oh,
I have to drop them off at a park when they're 6, like, and then like go pick up food and come back.
That's always been like an issue with me on like projects I work on. Like when people want to bring awareness to something, like, oh, let's bring
corny, huh?
Yeah, like let's bring awareness to homelessness. Like, well, I mean, it's not about.
Know.
Yeah, we all know there's homeless people. We pass by them every day. I think we need to make a change in people's habits, not like. Yeah, bring awareness.
Provide a solution, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, like, you know, there's a homeless dude over there chilling in front of the store, and I'm like, yeah, I know that he's been there for the past 5 years.
You're just exploiting that thing without lending any semblance of like help or a hand.
Like right now, I'm doing a project. I don't know if I told you guys. I'm working for the city of San Diego right now. It's with the FSBN. So a couple people in the Imperial Valley were granted a budget. They were given a grant.
I did see this. You posted on Facebook, right? You were like, there's an article about you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we were 15 artists from the Imperial Valley were selected. It was between the Imperial County and San Diego County. 60 people in total. So I was one of the 15 out of the Imperial Valley.
Fuck yeah.
So we
Congrats, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. It's big for me. So we had to touch on a social issue. You know, it's like homelessness. I was like, I didn't really want to do homelessness because like we've already got a lot of homelessness and everybody knows about it. That was the exact reason we were just talking about right now. So it's like, I'm not gonna make no difference telling everybody about it.
Yeah.
And there's you could either do a environmental issue. Yeah. And I was like, everybody knows the Salton Sea's dying. Like, what are we gonna do about it? Like, we try, you know. So like, I picked something that's right in front of our faces that we don't talk about that we should talk about, and I've already pitched it, and it's gonna get greenlit. 100% sure.
Fuck yeah.
I've already written the
100%. So 100%, it's happening.
Yeah. Like they told me like, yeah, choose that because I pitched something else to them and they were like, nah, stick with that one.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna be about technology addiction.
I like that.
So
I'm addicted as fuck.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
What better person to do a documentary on it than an actual addict?
Than an addict.
So like it's gonna be touching on you know, technology addiction and how it affects our youth and our you know, mental health and all that, because it does affect our mental health.
Dude, that made me nervous when you said technology addiction, because I've constantly in my head, I'm like, this is not. This is too much.
And that's something like I feel like where you can tell someone. It's like when I'm at my parents' house, I'm like, hey, you're on your phone a lot, and oh shit, and like that does bringing awareness to that person does make a change in their habit. So like yeah, it's a whole campaign. It's called Please Log Out.
Nice.
And it's going to be a 30-minute documentary on technology addiction. I'm going to interview a couple of professionals and stuff on mental health, and there's going to be a social media challenge at the end of it where we're going to encourage people to back away from technology and focus on the things they love that don't have to do with technology, like skateboarding, hiking, and stuff like that. Anything you like, art.
I want to point out the irony that you have to do that challenge through social media.
It's crazy. Like,
but there's no other fucking way to do it.
Exactly.
There's no other way to reach people.
On my pitch, it was like, well, how are you gonna like get this out to people? I'm like, well, on social media. I'm gonna send a carrier pigeon, not to people.
That's like, you're gonna make a post and just be like, after you're done, get rid of social media. But by the way, it's a good opportunity.
Starting now.
Yeah, like you need a wolf to catch a wolf or something. Hunt a wolf. So I was like, I'm gonna throw it out there on social media. Like, hey, you're using too much social media. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's the first time. It's the first time program that I'm going through. Like, they have never did this program before. This is a pilot program. They're like funding these artists this money, and they're trying to get it like organized to see how it works out.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like one of the first ones to go through this, and it's a lot of money for the project. They granted us $35,000 for this project.
Man, can I have it?
I wish I could have it.
Just give me 5. I know, like keep the 30.
Yeah, I know. We'll see.
Hey, let me hold 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut the budget so much, so maybe I'll have a lot left over. Now they're encouraging us to use this entire budget. Yeah. Like you guys gotta use every cent.
Hell yeah. That's fucking
we'll get some good equipment.
I mean, you were talking about $1 million budgets earlier. I imagine 30 grand's gonna go fast.
Oh hell yeah! Well, for me, like I've always stretched on my budgets on my films. I'm working with like $600 budgets and stuff. So like
that's a lot of money even for me though. Like $600.
600.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like because
I'm broke. So
that's how I get into film festivals.
I mean,
like
$1. if it leads to nothing for you, like that's 600.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! I've had that happen a lot. Like $200 budget, $600 budgets, and some of my films don't even win film festivals.
Damn.
But the one that won me an award at this last one only cost me like $50.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the Salton Sea poem. I won first place at the Salton Sea Film Festival. It debuted and also showed at the Oceanside Film Festival. I wasn't like I wasn't even nominated, but like I played over there, and that was a big deal. But yeah, I mean, it won me an award, and I was like, crap, like,
damn.
It doesn't even matter what gear you use. Also, I filmed that one with the cell phone.
Dude,
wow.
I there's so many people that'll like message me and they'll be like, bro, like, what do I need to start a podcast? And I'll tell them what I have, but I'm like, dude, do you have an iPhone? Yes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can just do it with your iPhone. Like, you can use that as a camera. Maybe go buy like, one of them Yeti mics, like, the $50 mic or some shit, and like just start from there.
iPhones are amazing. They
like, we I forgot my GoPro one time, and Emil's like, what if you just use your phone? And I didn't think I could record past like 10 minutes.
You use the cloud, right?
I use the cloud.
Yeah, the cloud helps
I bought
a lot,
the 2 terabyte.
Fuck yeah, that's the best. I love the cloud.
Yes, dude.
But not only that, the camera quality is great now. Like, they're comparing
4K, Ultra HD, and all this shit.
They're comparing them to Red cameras. And for someone that likes to film cinema like me, 24 frames per second at 4K or 24 at not 4K, 1080p, whatever. 24 frames per second is like what you want to film all your films on. And the fucking iPhone does it at high quality, like perfect.
I couldn't tell that episode that you did.
Right? Exactly.
Sync the audio too.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell the difference. Yeah.
So that's the future, and that's why the film market's so oversaturated right now. That's why it's so hard to stand out, because you have so many people that have access to everything now.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. I want to get like a photographer in here, because not that I want to like bag on them, but like everything they're doing with like these $1,000 cameras, like, can't you just do it on your phone?
Well, not even thousands. You know how much a Red cinema camera costs? Okay, my camera is an entry-level camera. It's a Blackmagic. That cost me 2 G's.
Okay,
right?
yeah, I know they're up there.
Yeah, there's some Blackmagic.
I've done my research on some cameras.
Okay, so like a red for what they use on film sets right now for like Avengers and shit, $35,000 just for the body. You still gotta buy lenses that are like thousands. And like an ARRI Alexa, which was the older camera before they started using Reds, and I've been on set where they use ARRI Alexas. Those are $100,000 cameras.
What's Red?
Red is a brand.
Okay.
So it's a cinema camera.
Okay.
So they have like different models, like the Red Scarlet, the Red Dragon, and those are good cameras. And they use them on almost every current film being shot
and
right
those
now.
are the ones that are like 35 grand.
Yeah, 30 grand, 35 grand. $700 a day to rent. So
fuck.
So I don't even fuck with that. Like I
I'll be up
like
for 24 hours trying to get everything knocked out.
Yeah,
that's
it's stressful.
that's got to be lucrative ass business. though.
Very. It's a good investment, but then you gotta trust that very expensive equipment to film crews and
Yeah.
stuff. Like every set I've been on, they rent their equipment. That's
Yeah.
where part of the budget goes to. None of these companies own the camera.
I used to work at a brewery in like the Glendale Burbank area, and across from us I think was a equipment rental like warehouse, like one of the big ones. And that from morning to night, bro, trucks in and out. Just
Yeah.
I think they like equipped the truck, and then they'd come in a van. One guy would get out, jump in the truck with everything they needed for the day, take it to a set, and it was just like, that's got to be lucrative, like making a bunch of money.
Oh, very. It's like nonstop. Everyone wants to film 24/7,
Like
especially
you
in Los
said,
Angeles.
There's like expensive things though.
Yeah, very expensive. I think you gotta like have insurance for things like that.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I know the guys in here, like with a lot of their shit, they have their shit like in case it ever breaks or if the place gets broken into or stolen. Yeah, they have insurance on it. And I was
Smart.
like, wait, you have insurance on your cameras? They're like, yeah,
Smart.
dude.
That's their whole bread and butter. Dude.
Yeah, it's their career, so that's what they need to
Yeah.
make their money or whatever. So I was like, oh, that's. I didn't even know you could put insurance on a fucking camera or something. But
Yeah, you need to. I don't insure mine, and I've never dropped mine. Knock on wood. You know.
oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I'll
for
give you
you.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never dropped mine, but I mean, you know, eventually I want to upgrade. Maybe to like I wouldn't say like in the $6,000 range probably, but I'm not gonna go as far as to getting a red. I feel like for an amateur filmmaker, that's just a waste of money. Like a lot of tips I give to other people that are starting out, a big mistake is people wanting to make 2-hour, 1-hour long films, and like when you're starting out, you want to do like 30-minute films, 5-minute
Shorts.
films. Yeah, short. Just do tons of shorts and explore what you can do
Yeah.
and get to all sorts of film festivals and like, yeah, because I've seen a lot of people out in the valley make that mistake. They do a 1-hour, 2-hour film. It's like, dude, you could be exploring yourself so much. Like,
Yeah.
instead of just banking on one film,
On one project. Yeah.
it's just like it's counterproductive.
I wonder how applicable that is to like us doing stand up. Like,
Probably not too good. I
well,
do a
well,
2-minute show.
but like kind of, you know what I mean? Like I write a bit about eating ass and I want to talk about it for 5 minutes, and it's like, bro, that was funny for the first 15 seconds. What if you just stopped?
Oh, okay, kind of like
I
moved
see,
on, you
I
know
see.
what
Well,
I mean?
yeah.
And then you're just like, no, I got it.
I wouldn't say that's starting out as well, because like there's comedians that jump around a lot. Like I like how Chappelle jumps around a lot.
Yeah.
Chappelle changes subjects a lot. I don't really watch a lot of comedians, but like Chappelle's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
No, yeah, of course. I
But,
mean, that's
but,
good.
but you got to think like that process of going from like, in your case, like a 2-hour film and then cutting it down to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's when they do the 2-hour film, that's everything they thought. So
Yeah.
they think it needs to go. But then if you trim fat and you trim fat and you trim fat, it's gonna take longer.
Yeah, way longer. And it's not gonna look as good, and you waste money too.
Yeah.
Like it's all budget too. Like
Yeah.
my $600 film would probably cost like $8,000 if I wanted to do. No, I'm over exaggerating. $2,000 if I wanted to do 2 hours or an hour. But like,
So you think just from the beginning you should go into it like, I'm doing a 10-minute or I'm
Yeah.
doing a 20-minute.
everyone who starts filmmaking should start short. And I learned that not the hard way, but I saw other people learn the hard way, and it's just like from experience. So
Have you produced anything like an hour worth?
never.
No, okay.
I've always
so you're
done-
still in that process
Yeah, I'm
of
still
just
in that
like
process.
little shorts and
I
stuff?
think I'll never have the opportunity to do that until I reach like the higher budgets, and like I get that opportunity one day. We're like, hey, like work for a production company, do this film for us, like, because that's like big boy stuff. 2-hour, 1 hour. I mean, you could do 2-hour, 1 hour, and maybe if you have something that works, that's cool. I'm not knocking that, but like
Yeah.
for someone that wants to explore what your style is or what your strong suits are, short
jump
films,
around, try a little.
short films.
Because
yeah,
say
would-
for like a what's like a typical
Short
duration
film?
for you?
for me, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
That's
So
like-
for like a 10-minute film, how long are you actually? How much like
10-minute film.
footage do you have?
Like a month or two. Oh, for footage, oh god, like hours and hours
So
of
that's
footage.
For
Yeah.
a
what-
10-minute
that's-
video?
Yeah.
But that's
So
not.
that's what you're saying.
yeah.
Like if you were trying to make a 2-hour video, you'd probably have to record for 50,
Right.
or 100.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'd have to
Yeah.
film for a long time. Like I mean, the films I worked on, the feature films, those are what 2-hour films, and we worked for 3 months, 2 months,
Yeah,
and still some of it didn't even make it on screen.
yeah.
So it's like,
Start small, manageable.
yeah,
Well, and then also, like, you brought up the whole comedy thing. I was thinking the same thing, but in a different way with your shorts. Like, if you're making a lot of these shorts, similar to, like, us making bits. They're, like, quick, little 2-3 minute bits. And later on, like with your shorts, you could always turn that into a full length movie. You didn't. Or
not
no?
really, because
No?
what you do, the whole process consists of writing a script.
Never mind, fuck
yeah,
you,
your script. Yeah, no, your script is your skeleton. Like you'll probably have 2 hours worth of footage, but it's 2 hours of the same scene.
Yeah.
So it's like it all comes out in the writing.
Yeah, that's just what I meant. It's like the work,
yeah.
the hours.
Yeah, you could never condense it. Like it's always got to be, the length has to be decided when you do the writing.
Yeah.
Getting back into you on sets and stuff. What are some? I know we talked about it, but what are some?
Pros and cons, or people? Okay.
I want to start with people.
People.
We'll get into pros and cons. But
I've worked with some pretty cool people, like
just go off a list. Just keep going.
Mila Jovovich from Resident Evil, James Franco.
Okay, I know that, isn't it?
Yeah, Method Man, Twin Shadow, Snoop Dogg, and that's it. Those are all the A-list people I've worked with.
Method Man had to have been super cool.
Method Man was awesome. I think he was very down to earth, and like he kicked it with our department so much. And our department only consisted of like 4 people.
Oh fuck yeah! That's
But
dope.
like it was really weird. He ended up being like a regular coworker. Like after being with him for like
That's
2
dope.
weeks at a
That's
time,
dope.
2 weeks, 12 hours a day. Really cool guy, and I would tell him sometimes like, hey, I remember I used to select you, me and my brother all the time playing Def Jam
Vendetta?
Yeah.
Bro, that's that's so dope that you brought that up to him. I
Yeah.
fucking love that. Def Jam for Vendetta, Fight for New York.
I have to show you the picture I took with him at the end. At the end on his last day, I told him, hey, dude, let's take a picture. Like,
Dude, I always do this. Our last episode, everything Saida was showing us, or videos I was talking about, I'm posting right here. I didn't post them. So please send me these pictures so I
Yeah,
can
I'm
put
gonna
them
send
up.
them to you.
Okay. But
And,
and then you said you mentioned James Franco.
James Franco, he was all right. He was cool. He was very busy all the time. He didn't interact with us too much because he was producing the film
He
and
seems like a very
co-directing.
intense dude. Like
He's very intense and very
he went
serious.
to film school
Right,
when
he-
he already had the career.
Actually,
Very artsy, yeah.
during the filming, he would always take off to Los Angeles from the Valley to attend his classes.
Oh, he
and-
has a class?
Yeah, he was teaching classes at the time.
That was part of the whole scandal, huh? One of his students.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
yeah.
I plead the
I
fifth.
don't
I
know.
plead the fifth on that one.
I'll plead the
Yeah,
fifth.
I can't say anything on that one, but he was always very busy, like super busy all the time. Even on set, he'd have his headphones on taking notes. Like he was always really. Yeah, he's not like, I don't know if it was just that set, but he wasn't the comedy dude you see all the time on.
Yeah.
It's crazy
Well,
working around him though.
Dude, he worked so much, and you don't get to that point if you don't
If you're not a certain
immerse
way,
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, not. But another cool one was Mila Jovovich.
Oh,
She was
wow.
awesome.
That's the chick from Resident Evil, the main girl, right? With
Yeah, the
blue
main
eyes?
girl with the blue eyes. She even came out in the fourth element.
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, yeah.
Lilu.
She was Lilu.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
I actually
I've
had
heard
an
it.
interaction with her because she was always on set. We'd always talk to her all normal and stuff. But there was one night after we were done filming, all the crews would get together at the Motel 6 where they were staying, and we'd kind of party. Not really party, but like we'd drink and hang out.
Hang out.
And I remember I walked up to the Motel 6 and I was in the lobby area, and I saw, not the lobby, like the main yard.
Yeah.
And I saw all my art department dudes over there chilling. I was like, I'm gonna go see what they're doing. And they're sitting around Mila Jovovich. Mila Jovovich right there, like drinking a white glass of
White wine.
wine in a glass, and glass of wine, and wine in a glass. What did I just say?
Glass of wine.
Glass of
Wine
wine.
in a glass is
And then,
stupid.
anyway, yeah. No. And I walked up, and
You were
everyone
right
was
the
talking
first
to her, and we were having fun, and I was like, cool, and like everybody took off, right? This is how I got the picture. So everyone took off, and I was like the last one there, and I was like, so
You want to fuck?
no, I was like, hey, what's up? So like after everyone left, I acted all lame. Like,
It's
hey.
just you two?
Yeah, like everyone walked off. I was like, hey, I don't want to sound lame, but like I'm like a big fan. Like I was like 5 years old when like the Fifth Element came out, and she's like, oh, that's a great way to compliment somebody. And I was like, oh,
Because you're reminding her she's old?
yeah. And I was like, well, you still look like Lilu if you had the orange wig, you'd look just like her. Like, oh, thanks. And I was like, hey, can I get a picture with you? And
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm not supposed to do that when I'm working on set. It was after hours, but I didn't want to do that in front of everybody. So everyone took off. So I was like, here's my chance.
Yep.
And so we took a picture, and I just talked with her for a little bit, and yeah, that was it. She was chilling in front of her room, just reading and drinking a glass of wine.
Damn, dude, that's fucking cool. But it's funny that you guys were at a Motel 6.
Yeah, everybody stayed there. It was like really low key. You wouldn't know everyone was staying there.
Oh, okay.
James Franco wasn't staying. He would go off to LA, but
not.
Mila was staying there. A lot of the producers were staying there, and they were renting one of the rooms on the side for like a editing management bay. They would load all the hard drives there and just keep track
wow.
of the footage and stuff.
Dude, that's fucking
Good old
crazy.
Motel 6.
Yeah, I know.
And what was I going to say?
Oh, and Suki Waterhouse.
Who is that?
Suki Waterhouse came out in The Bad Batch. She was the android woman in Future World that was also acting along James Franco.
I've never seen Future World.
Okay.
You keep mentioning it, and I'm like, I need to watch it now.
Yeah, you should check it out. She was in it, and also the other main character was Jeff Wahlberg. That's Mark Wahlberg's nephew. I was working with him.
Jeff.
Yeah, I was working with him for a couple months also. He's pretty cool.
Oh,
It's a lot young. He came out in the Dora the Explorer movie. He came out as Diego.
Oh, okay, I watched that.
Yeah, that's
okay.
who he was. He's the main character also in Future World. He
Why is he
was
brown?
with us for the whole production, huh?
Why is he brown?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Why were we like super white?
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
Did he talk to him about like his brother and everything, or
Who?
did you talk to him about his brother?
No, not really. It was always really casual conversation, like especially when he hung out with us. He was always down to hang out with us and stuff, but we never asked him about Mark. We never asked him about any other shit.
I bet you he was just waiting. He's like, you guys don't want to like ask a.
It seemed like he didn't want to talk about it. Like
probably because he's trying to make a name for himself.
yeah,
so
but he's a Wahlberg, so it's pretty crazy.
And then also, he's probably like he doesn't want to be known as like Mark's brother.
I worked with him twice. No, uncle. That's his,
uncle.
That's
sorry,
his uncle. Yeah, I worked with him twice. I worked out with him on Don't Come Back from the Moon, and then I also worked with him on Future World. So he already kind of knew who I was. Like it was in the same department. So, but
damn, dude, that's fucking dope.
yeah, that's sick.
Fucking so. I know you said you talked about this, which I thought was weird, is that you're not even though you're into filming and like the production and all that behind the scenes, you're not a big film person. Like you don't watch a lot of movies, right?
No, I have like my 3 top films. It's The Fast and the Furious,
Nice,
Lost Boys,
nice.
and Hackers.
Hackers.
It came out in 1995-ish. It's like a
Old man over there might know what it is.
maybe. Yeah, it has like Angelina Jolie. Yeah, I'm my movie like interests aren't that great. Like people will always tell me, you haven't seen this movie, you haven't seen that movie, and it's like, no, I haven't. I have like my certain favorite movies, and I love making movies, but
Well, I mean,
I haven't seen them all.
It's kind of cool that you do that because I feel like in a way that you kind of create your own style. Because I get the idea. Like I don't watch too many stand-ups just for the reason that I don't want to watch someone and I enjoy them so much, and I'm like, I need to do that. Like I like that, so I need to do that. I mean, and I get it. Like there's only so many ways, so many styles you can have, but you like to know that, like, you know, when like I don't like if people watch me like, oh, you remind me of like so and so, like Dane Cook or something. It's like no,
I've heard that. I had a friend. You remember Skater Mike?
No.
He was from Calabat. He always told me, if you like making a certain kind of music, you don't listen to that music. Like he liked rapping, so he always listened to punk music.
Okay.
And he's like, he never wanted to listen to rap because he'd subconsciously get influenced.
Easily influenced. Yeah, exactly.
And I see that happen to me. Like I'll watch a lot of movies or like something like that, and I'll try like. I won't try, but I'll be like, I'll start making scenes like that. Like, oh, that movie I watched, like Drive. Excuse me. I was trying to do scenes like Drive and stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
Like my writing will be affected.
Well, okay, so you don't watch a lot of movies, but Emil, can I get one, please? He's my co-host.
The bartender.
Thanks, bro. We're gonna when we start making money. When we start making money, we're gonna fucking hire a bartender. Like that'd be sick. Emil, you listen to We Might Be Drunk. Yeah. It's these 2 comedians, Mark Norman and who?
Never heard of
Sam
that
Morril.
one.
Okay, but yeah, so it's called We Might Be Drunk. They're always drinking on the show, but they have a producer as well as a bartender. And so, like, in the back, you hear them shaking up drinks. And it's cool because then they invite guests on, and they're like, if you want a drink, you can. And, like, what drink would you like? And they have an episode I saw where they interview, like, throughout the episode, like, different people are coming in to, like, make them drinks. And I think it's awesome. Like, these are, like, you know, Manhattans or, like, fucking all these, like, fancy drinks and stuff.
See, that'd be pretty cool. I could come in here and be like, hey, I need a screwdriver.
Exactly, yeah. No, and I would love that because it'd be, like, that's your only job. So you don't feel like a piece of shit. Like, right now I feel like a piece of shit having Emil do this for me. But like, at the same time, like if we had someone that specifically that, it's like, hey, can I get another, you know, fucking old English, old fashioned? You know what old fashions are?
No.
Oh, okay. They're great drinks. But
I have to try them.
But it's funny because so like old fashions, the first time I had one was like in this fucking fancy ass bar in Denver. It was like $75 for one, and it was really good. Like they do the whole like they burn wood, put the glass over it to get the smoky taste. They do all that crazy shit.
I've had drinks like that, and I've been to Ventura. I hated it so much. Like
really,
I went on a skate trip. I don't know if you remember. I posted. I went on a skate trip with Steven and everybody.
A while back?
This year. Last July.
Oh shit, no.
And we were hitting like bars on the whole coast of like California, and we were hitting like up north a little more, and it got a little hipstery. And like they would do that, the whole smoke in the drink, and like they would put these like garnishes in the drink that were like air fresheners
in the way and shit.
I hated that shit. Like I do not like drinks like that. Oh, like
another one or?
No, I'm good. I might get one of those tequila things.
Oh, nice.
Later. I'll finish this one. I'm still working on this. So.
All right, cool. I like your style. What were we saying? Oh yeah. But thank you, sir. But that drink, the old fashioned, it's funny because I had it like one time, all being all fancy and shit, and I actually enjoyed them. I've had, like, we talked about it. He's a big, tequila connoisseur. Is that what you would
I'm
say?
not connoisseur.
You know,
alcoholic.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Alcoholic.
That's
He's a big tequila-centered alcoholic.
Oh, so he just drinks a lot, yeah, and he knows. But like, so those I like old fashions and stuff. But I remember one time I went to a bar like in San Diego or something, and I asked, I was like, "Can I get an Old English?" And that's the malt liquor, like the fucking.
That's the first thing I thought.
Yeah, and so I was like, "Can I get an Old English?" And they're like, I don't think we sell those here." And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "You guys have all these fancy drinks, and you don't have Old English?"
Such a nice place. You don't have one OE 800 in the back.
You start asking for like Colt 45s.
Yeah. Well, no, I thought I was asking for an old fashioned, like the drink with whiskey and shit. And so I was like, and they were like, no. And I was like, really? The one with like whiskey and they put the orange peel? Yeah. And they were like, oh, they're like, you mean an old fashioned? And I was like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then like the lady was like, we're not in the hood. Like she said that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's like a hood drink right there.
Yeah.
That'll be $36.
What's the you asked for a Steel Reserve?
Steel Reserve.
You guys got Steel Reserve.
Oh my god.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I love PBR.
Hey, PBR is a good beer.
PBR was a cheap brand at first, wasn't it? And like
it's still kind of
hipstery.
Yeah,
is it hipstery?
But it's always been decent beer.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love the PBR. And another favorite one of mine is Ballast Point right now too.
Oh, Ballast Point, dude. San Diego's I love. Every time I go to San Diego, I try to go to one of the bars they have out there, like the breweries.
I hate how they got rid of Longfin. Like that was my favorite.
Lager.
Yeah,
I like
lager.
Sculpin.
Sculpin was good. That's the only one I'll kind of like throw down if there wasn't Longfin. But
do you know the Ballast Point like origin story?
I do not.
So it was started by these two guys in the back of a home brew shop in San Diego, like across from the University of San Diego. It was
UCSD.
Yep. So it was a home brew mart was the home brew shop, and in the back they would brew, and they got like a little nano brewery license, and they would brew out of there, and that grew and grew.
Damn.
And so the main brewmaster was this guy named Yosef Cherny, and he built it. Like Sculpin is his, like all the main ones were his, and they got to a point where they were massive, and they sold to Constellation Brands, which owns like Corona.
Oh shit!
For $1 billion.
They're like a distributor.
No, they're just a massive like international mega brewery.
Like Disney buying Sony.
Well, they're
or
like a
something?
brand, and they owned a big beer brand like in Corona, so they invested in Ballast Point. But the genius part was when they sold Ballast Point to Constellation Brands for $1 billion, they only sold the beer side of the business. They were making liquor at the time too. And that turned into Cutwater Spirits.
Oh shit! I love Cutwater.
I never tried Cutwater.
It's like vodka.
And then they eventually sold Cutwater Spirits for another $1 billion.
Oh my.
Damn, they're balling right now.
Bro, from
two guys?
I think it was two guys, and eventually I'm sure they had investors come in and stuff.
Yeah.
But originally it was two guys in the back of a homebrew shop.
Do you guys like pale ales by any chance? Really?
I was a brewer for a long time.
No way.
Yeah.
I like all the styles.
Like St. Archer and shit. Like
St. Archer. Really yeah, St. Archer was one that started.
I hate that can.
Wasn't it like skaters and stuff that started?
Yeah,
it was
Paul
like
Rodriguez invested into it.
Really?
Yeah, Mikey Taylor, I think, as well. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like pale ales. That's like my least favorite. Like, I mean, you guys like them, but like, that's like my gripe with everybody. Everyone's like, you don't like pale ales? You don't like St. Archer?
The hoppiness?
Is that what that is? I don't like that bitterness. That's the hoppiness.
The garden flavor.
Yeah, I can't do that.
It depends. It depends on what hops you use and when you use them. So like, a pale ale, like stylistically, it's gonna be bitter up front because you add those hops in early on in the process, and it does add that bitterness. But like with a standard pale ale, you're countering. Sometimes they got like a little goldish or even amber hue to them because you're countering that like bitterness up front with a little bit of a malty backbone, like that sweetness. And then your one process is called dry hopping. So like once the beer is finished, hops are expensive, dude. So to put them in at the end, you got to put a lot of them to get that like hoppy smell, that like citrus or floral or whatever you're going for.
And like a lot of people like the hoppiness,
right? A lot of people like that. Like hazy IPAs are big right now. And those they don't add the hops in early on, so it's not like bitter. But it costs a lot more because you add a lot of them later on. So you end up with like the hop taste and smell without like the bitterness that was extracted from.
I gotta figure out what you guys appreciate about the hoppiness. I'm gonna try another Pella or something soon, because
Well, I mean,
even my coworkers
you don't
are
really
like,
smoke weed, right?
I do not
Yeah,
at all.
I was gonna say,
So
yeah.
those are very
similar.
They
things.
go together.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like
pe-
in the weed, you kind of taste
people
the
who are stoners tend to like IPAs. Like there's a lot of the same.
That makes sense.
properties, like the
yeah.
grassy part, not grassy, but you could taste like when you're smoking the weed. Is that like you taste the weed kind
Like
of
flower, you taste like garden. That's what I like.
Oh,
That's what I
shit.
think.
That's
I,
pretty
yeah.
crazy.
Like
The terpenes
terpenes.
we talked about on our Yuma Dispensary episode. Like
Yeah.
those things
Damn.
are the oils. They have tastes and smells like every other plant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Shit.
No, dude, I love it. But also like because when I was in the military, I was stationed in Colorado.
Right.
Big
Oh,
place.
shit, you're
for
in Colorado,
brewing,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, like every bar is a brewery, pretty much. But that's where I learned. Like, I would go and just get like a Corona or some shit, and then at some point I was like, bro, like I'm in the military. I need to explore things. I was eating fucking pho and like fucking Greek food.
Pho.
Yeah.
I love like I had
love pho, dude.
dude.
Yeah.
I fucking
Oh, yeah.
love it, dude. But like I had a group of friends that were super like cool. Like they were down to try new things. So we were trying like new sushi restaurants, new Greek food, or new like Italian places and stuff. And like when it came to like alcohols, we would go and we'd get flights. And that's when I started learning about like different flavors. Like I like citrusy. I like
if you work at a brewery, you hate flights, because imagine that's like
The-
8 glasses or whatever, 6 glasses in one shot per person. You gotta like wash and shit.
I've ordered a flight by accident once
Yeah.
at a breakfast place. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
Because I thought it was just I thought it was a Bloody Mary, not Bloody Mary shots, and like it was,
It was
like
a Bloody
fuck-
Mary flight.
Yeah, it
So
was like
all the
4 of
different-
them in a fucking wooden thing, and I was
Yeah,
like, "What the
yeah,
fuck is this?" And I was with my girlfriend, like, "Hey babe, I don't like this shit."
Yeah.
She drank them for me.
oh
Yeah.
dude, flights are dangerous because
Yeah.
you think like, oh, I'm just getting like you think you're getting like Costco samples of these,
Yeah.
but no, dude, these are like
Costco samples.
like I got one at a Pine House one time right
Yeah.
here in downtown.
Yeah.
and they have like you can get a flight that's like 8% and above, and that's what me and my dad got. I think the highest was like a 10.1. And yeah, and so in Colorado, I used to just try those, and that's when I started learning about like IPAs and like hops and stuff. And I like the gardeny taste, like I say gardeny. I don't know what you would say, like, but whatever the hops gives that, I love that.
Yeah.
And I was big in like I love Blue Moon. I love like orange citrusy beers and stuff.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so like that got me into it. And then also at the time I was a big alcoholic, so I would just go in and I'd see the menu and it would tell you, like the size and it'd tell you the percentage. And I was like, give me a 10.5,
Yeah.
And like that, the only thing I didn't like was anything that was like that high up was like a fucking like a coffee beer.
Yeah.
Like a black
Stouts.
a
Yeah.
stout, and I hated it. And they would give it in like a little goblin, like because it was so strong. They were like, just this will get you buzzed.
Oh shit.
And they were like hard to power through, but I was the alcoholic where I was like, I'm trying to fucking party. Like, what's the highest thing that's gonna get me
Yeah.
buzzed? Like one drink.
Yeah.
So I went straight to that, and I think that kind of fucked me because I kind of like that now.
Yeah.
So like, if I go places, I'll be like,
Can't go back.
dude, I can go back, dude. An 8, like a Bud Light. What's a Bud Light? Like 4,
Yeah.
dude. Anything,
4.5.
anything 7 and or 6 and below,
Yeah.
not for me.
Damn.
It won't do nothing. I have to drink too
Oh, so
many.
805 is like your borderline then, right?
805's pushing it. I mean,
What's 805? Like 5?
Yeah, 805 is like 5 point something.
But I-
5.6 maybe.
I'll drink it because I like it. But like, if I want to go home and get a buzz and watch like fucking YouTube videos or something,
Yeah.
that's my thing. I try to get like, what's the one you got me?
Santan Moon Juice.
Santan Moon Juice. That's like a 8 or a 7.5 or
I don't
something.
know.
Yeah, so I try to get at least like a 7 and above.
Shit, I don't. Well, if I'm skateboarding, I'll drink like Bud Light and everything like that. But if I'm at the house, I'll switch to 805s or anything stronger. I love screwdrivers a lot.
Vodka and orange juice.
Yeah, that's like my number one. My girl,
you fancy?
yeah, that's my.
Dude, you're getting fucked up and taking your vitamins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll buy
And
orange
vitamin-
juice
yeah,
and I'll
vitamin
do them
D.
at the house all the time and shit.
Damn, dude.
Dude, I'll fuck with a screwdriver for sure. On a plane or like, yeah.
Like breakfast. I'll do
Breakfast?
breakfast. I'll go with
Yeah.
coworkers and I'm like, screwdriver, and they're like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah,
Because
damn.
imagine if it's not that strong, it's just orange juice.
Yeah.
And then if it
Yeah.
is strong, like orange juice does a fantastic job covering the alcohol.
It's so
Oh, yeah.
citrusy. It's like so
Yeah.
sour.
And regular
Like,
orange juice is so boring once you start having screwdrivers. You're like at breakfast, like I don't want to have regular orange juice. What am I, 5?
Have you? Do you watch? What's the show? It's the 4 guys. They own a bar with a girl, D.
Never seen it.
Oh, Always Sunny.
Always Sunny. You don't watch Always Sunny?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
People have told me to watch it. I haven't seen it.
Dude, there's a scene where Charlie Day and what's the short dude? Danny? No, not Danny DeVito.
Oh,
Danny DeVito.
okay.
They go into like this fancy party, and on the table there's like a bunch of like drinks, and it's just like cups of like apple juice, grape juice, and like some other juices, and then there's orange juice. And then Charlie walks in. He's like, "Hey man, you said there wasn't any alcohol here," and he was like, "There's not." He's like, "They got screwdrivers right there." He's like, "No, Charlie, that's just orange juice." He's like, "Who drinks just mixer?" Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, that's so fucking good." That's what I thought of right now when you were saying that.
That's me
Because you
now.
can't drink regular
No,
orange
I hate
juice.
I love regular orange juice, but like, why drink regular orange juice when you can have
Dude,
like a fucking?
We were
vodka?
talking about Old English earlier. You guys ever done the orange juice in the malt liquor?
I
No.
saw there's a guy on
We
TikTok.
used to do that shit all the time.
There's a guy on TikTok that people will comment like, "I had this one drink. It's fucking like apple juice and like Bud Light or some weird shit, you know." And he'll try it and he's like, "Bro, that's fucking." I saw that. Orange juice and OE,
orange juice, like you'd get the 40 you liked.
like a malt liquor.
Yeah, for us it was always Mickey's.
Ugh.
So you'd get a Mickey's, and we'd get them because the drive-through liquor store down the street, you could get 3 of them for $5 back in the day. So 3 of us would come up with $5. We'd go get them, and then you'd get like one little half-gallon thing of orange juice or whatever, and you drink your 40 to the label, and then top it up with orange juice, and then kind of give it like a whatever you could of a mix. Yeah. And we'd call them fucking
It's like a blue moon.
we call them like, it was kind of like a blue moon. It was like
Wow.
a cheap ass blue moon.
Damn.
Before like blue
Yeah,
moon
before
was
blue
big.
moon was out. Yeah, blue moon.
Dude.
Was
And we call them Compton cocktails or
CC's.
or
Give me 2 CC's.
manmosas.
Pruno.
Manmosas.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Mimosa.
Hood mosa, dude. That's
Yeah.
fucking. Dude, that's so dangerous. You told me that because I'm gonna
Bro,
try that probably
because,
tomorrow.
Oh,
like,
shit.
imagine
Blue Moon.
you're drinking the malt liquor and you're like, fuck, Mickey's is rough, you know? You get it down. But once you top it up with that orange juice and it gets a little mix in it, it's dangerous because you end up drinking that shit so fast. So you're drinking 40 ounces of, like, I in the day, like, I could drink 2 of them, no problem. Like, watching some UFC fights or something, drink 2 40s
How about the
in like 2 hours.
the blackout? Have you guys heard of the blackout rage gallons that these college kids are doing now?
Blackout
what
rage.
Yeah, so they buy
a Borg.
Borg. Yeah, they buy like a gallon of. I think they just have a gallon, right? And they mix.
It's a gallon of water.
Yeah, and they put electrolytes in it, like a mix, like a drink, and they mix it with vodka and shit.
They empty the water. It's pretty much like half vodka in a gallon, and then they'll put like electrolytes or
Yeah.
like that.
like the liquid IV and shit.
Yeah,
like stuff
or,
like that.
shout out Liquid IV, 20% off. Use promo code SLOB. That's our sponsor.
Oh shit, that works out perfect.
But drink it straight, not like we're about to
Yeah,
explain.
no,
Oh yeah, but if some falls in, try it, dude. Some
Hey,
falls into
As long as it's that brand.
yeah.
I heard that's dangerous. Those Borgs, like they're.
Oh, they are because
I want to try one just for the house.
I do too.
So I've done something like that at home before, like hungover.
Jungle
like,
juice?
Like trying to do like the hair of the dog thing.
Oh shit.
Where
Oh,
like,
okay.
Where like I just into like a vodka soda, I'd throw a packet of liquid IV in.
Oh, I always wanted to try. This sounds like super like, if you drink this, you're like for sure alcoholic. Is like get like a vodka bottle. Once it gets to like halfway, instead of like mixing that alcohol into a drink with like orange juice, just put the orange juice into that bottle, shake that up, and put that in the fridge. That way, you just always have like a mixer.
I've seen one.
Right?
Seen
Wouldn't that
someone
be-
do that
Holy
once.
shit.
They
You know
have
what I'm
like
saying?
cold vodka and they'll do it half. Or they'll put it in a bag and they'll mix it with some Skittles Kool-Aid stuff. And it'll be really good. Yeah.
There's a guy at work that he's like one of those like country people. He likes smoking meats and like mixing like fucking drinks and like moonshine and shit.
Oh,
and
shit.
the other day he came to work and he had a mini jar and it was blue goose or no
Grey Goose.
Grey Goose, fucking one of those colors. Grey Goose, and it had a bunch of like his favorite Jolly Rancher at the bottom, and he left it overnight. All the flavor and everything, the color went into it, bro. We were at work, and I was like, "Can I try?" He's like, "Yeah." I took a sip. Dangerous, dude. It kills the alcohol taste. Doesn't burn.
Dude.
You could drink that shit like juice. So good, so good. And that's why I'm scared too, because like I'm one of those people where like if someone tells me like, if you put, ice cubes in your tequila, like it'll be less stronger, like as far as the burn, I'll try it, dude. And then once I get that down, where I'm like, or like sometimes, like what's his name? Not John. He was a singer back in the day for like the Mafia. He wore a fucking hat.
John Travolta?
No, singer.
Not John.
Yeah, you're close. I know you're.
His name is Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra used to do like I want to say it was like a Jack on the Rocks, but he would let it sit for a while so it could water it down. I learned about that, and bro, yes,
baby,
so,
dude,
you guys are from Arizona. You guys ever try Everclear?
Oh my god!
I have a story about Everclear. I don't know if I told you,
No.
dude. So when I was in the military,
Fucking strong,
dude. I was in the military, and I got reassigned to like I was switching my job, and they sent me to Georgia, Fort Benning, and I get there, and they were like, you know, they told me you're gonna have to be in these like these barracks for like a week or whatever until we find your unit, and then we'll put you there. And so, and all it was like a big fucking hall, like it was like a big open room with a bunch of fucking bunk beds. They call it like a bay. And I walk in, I'm like, bro, like I've been in 3 years already. Like I don't want to. If I don't have to stay here, I'm not going to. So I fucking slept in my car. So that night, I go to the little gas station. They have like they serve liquor, and I saw, and I didn't have a lot of money. I probably had like maybe like $50 or something. So I bought a bottle, like the little plastic ones of Everclear. I got 2 things of orange juice, like Minute Maid orange juice, and I got like a bag of hot Cheetos and like a fucking gas station sandwich. And so I sat in my car, listening to music, watching YouTube videos, and I was just mixing this. Dude, I wasn't mixing the drinks. I would take a swig and then drink orange juice. And I'm just, dude, I'm getting buzzed. I'm having a good time.
Swigs of Everclear,
dude. And so then obviously I finished everything, and you know you get like the late night munchies, you know, when you get drunk. So I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, I got my sandwich, I got my hot Cheetos. So I'm eating my sandwich, I'm fucking putting hot Cheetos in there. I pass out at like 5 in the morning. I wake up, I have to like piss. So I go around my car, and you know, like when you, like, I don't know, I was sitting for so long that like I knew I was drunk, but once I got out of the car and started like walking, I was like, oh fuck, like I'm obliterated. So I get out, I'm like holding onto the car, moving to the trunk, and I'm pissing, and I don't know where I'm like, oh, my stomach kind of burns. I start throwing up everything. It was like orangish red from all the hot Cheetos and like the orange juice, and like I throw up, pass out back in the car, wake up again like at 10 in the morning. Luckily it was like a Saturday morning. There wasn't anyone in the parking lot. I realized that the parking lot I parked in was like a brand new parking lot. It was like freshly paved with fresh white lines. Bro, I'm like, I pack all my shit up because I knew like I had thrown up. I pack all my shit up. I go to put some stuff in the trunk. Behind my trunk is just the size. I had a Subaru at the time. The back of my trunk, like not inside the trunk, but like on the floor, was just red dye everywhere. Like it looked like a fucking murder scene. I was like, oh fuck. And still like I'm kind of buzzed and stuff. So I just throw my shit in the car, turn it on, and just drive off base. Like I just go get breakfast or something. But Everclear, no.
Yeah, my first time with Everclear wasn't as bad as yours.
Oh, okay.
God damn,
dude. And I was like, and like I even after that, like I had like the shits from like alcohol, and like it was just burning from the hot Cheetos, and like I wanted to throw up and shit at the same time. It was no bueno. That's some Russian shit, dude. That's some shit they drink like for breakfast. I don't know.
What's your Everclear story?
Well, just a friend of mine that was from here brought some over to a house party and said, hey, let's take a shot of this. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, and I took a shot of it. As soon as I took it, I just, you know, when you eat a hot pizza pocket, it burns the roof of your mouth and you got like skin hanging off. That's what it did to me. And like, as soon as we took the shot, I went to the bathroom and I was trying to throw it up. I couldn't. And then like, I guess the amount of 6 beers hit me at once and I got kind of paranoid. Like, man, I drank a lot.
Yeah.
Like, that was it. That was that.
Oh,
it wasn't bad as yours, but like no Everclear. That's some crazy stuff.
It is wild,
it's
man. I remember, like, so we talked about this a little bit before we started recording, but like I moved here from LA when I was young, like 5, and then back there when I was 15, and then back here when I was 20, and like so I've been in and out of Yuma a long time. So like, but when I was in high school and I'd come back to party from LA. Jungle juice was a big thing.
Oh, jungle juice.
So like, you know, in a foam cooler, you do like one fucking 750 milliliter bottle of Everclear.
Oh, you guys did it with Everclear?
Yeah.
Holy shit! We did it with vodka back in California.
No. We would do Everclear and vodka. Like, so you would like supercharge it with the Everclear. So you would get like a cheap handle. And like a big cooler, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like those
not
orange
like the
ones?
small foam one.
Yeah.
But like either the biggest foam one you can get, or like an orange cooler, or like a Gatorade cooler or whatever.
Yeah.
And then so you would do like a handle of cheap Popov, Smirnoff, whatever, and then supercharge it with the 750 of the Everclear, and then from there it's all juice, soda, the fucking frozen juice concentrates, bunch of fruit, sliced fruit and shit. So we would do that, and then like we would do that here. And it was a thing, and everyone would get fucked up, and you know, you drink till the sun comes up out of the cooler or whatever. And so I'd go back to LA with like the jungle juice recipes and stuff. And in LA, if they drank, they smoked weed and stuff even in high school, you know. But like, so even if they drank, it was like they thought you were going to show up to a party with like a 12-pack of Heineken, or like, you know what I mean, or like some Grey Goose or whatever. So when I would get a friend to get me a bottle of Everclear, and buying Everclear here is like every liquor store has Everclear.
Yeah.
In LA, I remember one day we just drove around looking for Everclear.
So is it just illegal in California?
It's just
or
not,
just not carried?
Whack.
It's not worth having
It's
in the
not,
store.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
like nobody there is like, oh,
I wanna
something
get
that will
this
just get
fucked
me
up.
like immensely fucked up and taste terrible, and has no value other than the fact that it's like pure alcohol.
Seems like a good mixer though. Like
Yeah.
you save money paying that. Little bit.
Yeah, and I remember just like throwing a party at my house and fucking pouring that for people, and people just being like,
You saw it in their face.
yeah, they were like, what the? And then, you know, an hour later, everyone's hammered, and they're like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, it's
But
a quick party
before
starter.
that, it's like, yeah,
Damn,
this is
dude.
dumb.
Dude, I don't know how the fuck we got on alcohol with that.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We went on a rabbit hole with alcohol.
I know how.
No, dude, yeah. So wait, Everclear isn't vodka?
I don't know
No,
what it is.
Everclear is like pure grain alcohol.
So it's like moonshine, kind of, right?
It's like yeah.
Oh, because you guys were saying Everclear and vodka. Like you
Oh,
would make.
well,
I'm
you'd
like,
mix it.
that.
Yeah, well, if you wanted to make the jungle juice strong as shit, you would do vodka and Everclear.
Oof. Nah, dude. Fuck that. I'm done with Everclear. Never again. Same thing
No.
with
It
what
shouldn't exist.
No, dude. What they need it for poor people. Or like homeless people and stuff, like the people that can afford like that.
Yeah.
You think that's what they're drinking?
Dude, they don't have a lot of money, or they don't.
Yeah, bro. Even if I was homeless,
You
man,
wouldn't
I
drink
don't know.
Everclear
Even
to your
if I was a
homeless? That's bad.
alcoholic.
That's a bad sign.
Do you think they're sober? You think they're sober homeless
The
people?
snobbiest,
I don't know. I don't think so.
homeless guy.
Dude, we have some here.
Snobby homeless people.
Snobby?
Like couple months. No, this is like last year actually. Fucking, I went to the gas station. I went to a Circle K, and it was like me, this other guy, and in front of him was like clearly a homeless person. He was trying to buy like a beer. He was trying to buy 2 beers and like something else. He only had enough money for like 1 beer. I didn't see what kind of beer he had. I just saw it was like a blue can or whatever. So I get up there and I'm like, hey, can I just buy the other one for him? And the guy's like, you can't do that. And I was like, all right. So I paid for my stuff, got back, I went, and I just got him a Bud Light. I thought that's what he had. So I go, pay for it, and I leave out, and I see him in the parking lot asking people for like change and shit. And I go up to him like, hey, man, like, here's a beer, like, no biggie. He was like, that's not the one I wanted. I was like, you fuck,
damn.
dude. And like, I felt embarrassed. I was like, oh man, I'm sorry, like my bad. And I just kind of got in the car and took off with it. But like, dude, they're fucking picky out here.
yeah,
Anywhere,
horrible.
I think.
Yeah.
They're not homeless.
I've
for
heard of
real.
homeless people drinking Listerine. They get so desperate. I don't know.
Oh shit.
When I was in the military and I was like huge like alcoholic, I remember there was times when like, you know, like you pour like Listerine into the little cap and then swig
No, I
it?
just swig it straight out the bottle.
Okay.
I got my own bottle.
I would do into the cap, and I remember one time I fucking woke up and I was like brushing my teeth and I took a swig and I fucking swallowed it like if it was a shot. I threw it back and I was like, oh, what the fuck? I'm
Just because you were on autopilot.
So
Yeah,
did
I
you
was
get a
on
buzz?
autopilot.
Did you get a buzz?
no,
Or-
I just my fucking stomach burned.
Oh shit.
You left Buffalo Wild Wings 3 hours before that.
Yeah.
You were like still.
Yeah, I was still in this motion.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Same thing with like there's times like if I constantly go to the gas station to buy alcohol,
Yeah.
like I'll go and just buy like juice and like some chips and I automatically show them my ID and they're like, we don't need your ID. I was like, oh yeah, like my bad. I'm used to buying alcohol all the time. I have a problem. I mean, I had a problem.
Had a problem.
Yeah.
Had.
This is my first drink in like 2 hours. So
Yeah.
Oh shit.
yeah, I'm like
You're
2 hours
great.
sober.
You're great.
Oh, up until now, obviously.
2 hours.
You're
Duh.
doing great. You're doing great.
So something else I want to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
you're a big car enthusiast, right?
Oh yeah, big. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, no,
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about it, and I don't think you mentioned it to him, but the way you guys were talking, I was like, oh yeah, he's like into cars.
Yeah, no, I've been way into cars since high school. I race a lot. I used to street race a lot for years and years and years. I remember I couldn't get into the CHP because of that.
Did you get tickets and shit from it?
Yeah, well, I was in the highway patrol, right, and they do a background check. I got that far in the process, and I got a letter after my background check saying, well, they told me during the interview, like, we're afraid due to some discrepancies that you can't continue. So I got a letter saying that you participated in over 27 street races, blah blah. That's what they gathered from my information, like me getting in trouble.
Way more than that, people.
Yeah,
you're like, so that's it,
27 that you know about.
Yeah. So I have a Civic. I've always had Hondas. I
fucking love Hondas.
Yeah, I race on the track now, and I race in the mountains too. Still on the street technically, and yeah, I'm into that. I have a Civic. It's fully built, roll bar, racing radials. Well, the race compound wheel tires.
Is it like a hatchback?
Yeah, it's a hatchback. It's a 1998 hatchback.
98.
Dude, we used to have one back in the day, a Type R.
No shit.
Yeah, my mom had one, a red one, and
dude, the red.
She didn't know how to drive stick shift at the time, and my dad was her boyfriend at the time. He was like really close with like her family and stuff. So my grandpa said, like, you can have this. We'll get you this car as long as Abraham, my dad, can teach you. And my dad at the time was like into like quads and dirt bikes and shit, so he knew about cars and stuff too. So he was like, oh fuck, you got a hatchback, like a Type R, like fuck yeah. So soon as my mom got it, he fucking took it to the shop, hooked it up. I don't know what else he did to it. I don't remember. I was like younger, but I remember like, and this is when we were living up in like California, like San Bernardino area and Riverside, like around there. And dude, I remember me, him, my uncle and my cousin, his son. We would go on like liquor rides, and dude, we would take like an hour because he was just fucking like, rah, rah. Like, dude, it was so much fun. Yeah, and to this day, I want one. When I get money, when I fucking,
they're going up in price.
Dude,
they're extreme, bro.
Ridiculously expensive,
and they were so affordable for so long. And it's like, and when they were affordable, you thought they were overpriced, and now they're just like Integras. Like, try to get an Integra right now, and there's no way.
I had an Integra. It was great. I had a lot of cars. I had Miatas, Integras.
94 Integra?
No, mine was a 90. Yeah, 94. It was a DC body. Yeah. It was a coupe, a white one, and then I had a 90.
That's the best.
91 4-door with a B20 in it. I've had two Miatas. 240SX, a 1991, a 1996 240SX as well.
The 240s were sick.
I regret selling mine. I had mine in 2014. Around the time I got my truck, I sold it for $2,500. Yeah. That same car could have gone for $13K right now.
Did you have the motor swap and stuff?
No, all stock, single cam KA. And I used to try and drift that one.
What was I gonna say? I heard recently that there's like a place in Austin, somewhere in Texas, and you can buy like a 93 Honda Accord with like 11 miles.
Really?
Yeah. It I don't know.
I would get an Accord if it just had 93 miles. I love old Hondas.
Well, I don't know like how it all works. I don't know if they just sat forever, but like I saw a video and the guy like got into the car, literally still had the plastic on the seats. The radio still had like that sticker, that clear sticker over the protector. Crazy. Yeah, and I was like, oh, dude, I want one, but I think it was like 25 or something, like 30,000.
Like I know back in the day, like my dream car in high school was like a Civic hatchback, like an SI hatchback, and you'd find these websites, like in the early days of the internet, you'd find these websites where like they were importing Japanese motors because they had to take them off the road at a certain mileage, right?
Yeah, 40,000 miles.
40,000.
Yeah.
So you can get all these. You get a CRV motor for, whatever.
Yeah, the
price
B20s.
Was, the
I've
B20.
had a couple of those, and you get them shipped from the
so
shop.
You get a 40,000 mile B20 and drop it into your hatch, and it was just like.
That's the thing to do.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do all the time. My first two cars, my car in high school, I had a B20, a JDM B20, and my Integra. Yeah, they're great engines, man.
That's awesome.
They're cheap, $600. Well, not anymore. Even the motors are going up.
Could you still fit a turbo on if you were going?
Yeah, if you throw a B20, you could still throw a turbo. I had a buddy that had a
H22. You could.
Yeah,
fit.
H22 was all motor. I had a Prelude. Those motors are huge.
Dude, my buddy Luis, he regrets it still. He had a 98 SH, I want to say, and it was that like cream white. That like pearl white.
Yeah, that's like the generation after the 94 Prelude. Yeah. Those are nice.
It was beautiful, dude. And he got rid of it and got like a newer Civic, and he like immediately regretted it, and I feel like he still regrets it. It was such a beautiful car, and that motor was like fun to ride in.
No, they're
Like,
yeah, those motors are quick.
yeah.
Like mine, it isn't completely stocked. I have it fully built and tuned. I actually last time I came here to Yuma was to take my car to the dyno.
Dope.
Here in
And I
Yuma?
got- Yeah.
Oh, shit, I didn't even know we had
Yeah,
one. I mean, it makes
there's a
sense.
place over here called Tavo's Tuning. I put my car.
Oh, yeah, that's by my girl's house. I've seen
Oh,
it.
okay. Oh, you live
'Cause
by it?
Yeah, I have
Nice.
a,
Or
well,
she lives by it?
She lives by it. Her parents do.
Cool.
No, it's funny because I have a Theo Tavo.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I see it, I send
Oh,
him
you
a
think
picture. I'm like, hey, your business is doing popping.
Yeah, I trailered my car over here and I got it tuned. Like that thing's really done. I've taken it to Chuckwalla Valley Raceway a couple times outside Palm Springs right there.
I don't know.
And it's a racetrack out there. I have a couple friends that we all go together, and it's cool. It's like it's a break from the mountains because we race in the mountains, but at night.
Fuck.
And then when there's track days, we go out to the track. But the mountains are a lot of fun.
Dude, no, yeah. When I was when I was in Colorado, for some reason Colorado has a big car scene.
Yeah, I think you guys have Pikes Peak over there.
Pikes Peak, yeah, the race, yeah. But when I was there was always like car meetups and shit. Like there was a place in Colorado Springs at a Hobby Lobby. They filled the whole parking lot, and bro, like it wasn't just like Hondas and shit. Like some people had like GTRs, like fucking Supras. Like it was insane. It was like shit I should have paid for to get in, but it was just people that had these cars. It would hit you up like through a text. It was so cool. It was like some Fast and the Furious shit.
Yeah, it's like that in the valley still.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was at a meet last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know they do some here, but they're not like when I saw like the first time I saw one was in Colorado. So any one I see around here, I'm like, that's nothing. Like, dude,
Oh, yeah, I bet they were way better over there.
Dude,
huh?
it was, and then like there's people that like have sponsors, so they have like product out there they're giving out to people, like, and it's just shit like you get a text and like, hey, let's meet up, and so like at the time, I got into cars too, so I had a 2001 Subaru, the bug-eyed ones, a blue one.
Nice. Those are sick.
Dude, I fucking
Damn.
love that car. I went to it was a Subaru San Diego or something, but it was like a used car dealership in like El Cajon, and they had the whole lot was filled with fucking Subarus, like any type you could think of, like hooked up ones, like basic ass ones and shit. And so I saw that one. It was like I want to say like 10 or 11,000 or something.
Damn.
So I ended up buying one. And I had that car for a while, and dude, it was dope. It was like rally blue, and it had like the bronze rims and shit.
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
like that like the staple Subaru
Yeah.
look. That's badass.
dude. And so I had that car for a while, and it's funny. I ended up selling it to my uncle who lives here in Yuma. So it's still here in town.
Oh, shoot, okay.
So I see it
Nice.
every now and then, and I always tell him, I'm like, dude, I miss it. I regret selling it. Literally, I sold it because at the time I was like doing some training course when I was in Georgia. And we couldn't use our cars, so our car sat for a while during the wintertime and ended up something happened to it. I didn't know what was wrong with it. Ended up taking it to a dealer or a garage. Ended up being just a fucking fuse had blown. Yeah, something basic. But at the time I was like, I don't want to deal with it. I'll just sell it. I ended up selling it to my uncle. And then I had a buddy that was living in Georgia at the time. He drove it down for me or whatever. And so now I see him around it. I'm like, bro, I miss it so much. So I told him, I was like, if you ever thinking about selling it, please hit me up first.
And he's like, "Fuck no."
No, he's like, yeah, I'll let you know. But like,
I'm saying he's not gonna sell it.
he's not. I think he will. I think in time, because he's started making money now and stuff. So I'm sure he's gonna want like a newer car or something. But I'm pretty sure he's had homies hitting him up, right? Because dude, like if you see it, like it's fucking dope. It's not all hooked up and shit, but like just the basic body of it is like nice. And it's like I think only what 2000, 2001 or 2001, 2002 were the only bug-eyed versions.
Sells it to one of his buddies. That's fucked up.
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe you go in and like throw in some money for it.
What's
and
up,
then
Dio?
Yeah.
What's it gonna take, bro?
Yeah, what's it gonna take? What's the number?
The new slot mobile. What's it gonna do? What's it gonna
Dude,
take?
it'd be so dope. It's blue and everything too. We
Dude,
could put
that's
some
badass.
yellow
I didn't know you had
graphics.
one of those. That's pretty
Yeah,
sick.
dude. Yeah. So
And I like blacked out halfway through your description. It was stick or
yeah, stick. Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yeah. No, dude.
They don't make manuals anymore.
No.
Really.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they do,
Rarely.
but
Oh,
like,
it's
But they're not
not-
the same. They're not
No.
hydraulic. They're electric now.
yeah.
So it's like the shifting is different.
It's
or-
it's electrically controlled like the reservoir, the slave cylinder, master cylinder. Like you don't have hydraulic fluid running through everything. It's like electrically controlled.
Okay.
Kind of like the accelerators are electrically controlled now, I guess.
Okay. No, yeah. I actually shout out to my dad, but like when I first started learning how to drive, we had a 2000 or 99 Honda Accord,
Was it a red one?
a green one.
Oh.
It was like a forest green one.
Oh, Jonathan, my bad. Jonathan
John had the red
yeah.
one. That one was automatic though.
Okay.
But he said he's like, if you want to learn how to drive, you're gonna learn how to drive stick first. And I fucking hated it. I only learned so I could get a car and like get my license or whatever. But I want to say a year after that, I wanted stick shift. Like I fucking loved it, and so I've always known how to drive stick shift since I was like in like 8th grade and shit, which is cool because I didn't know that was like a thing that like a lot of people don't know how to do.
Yeah.
No.
And I mean, on top of that, like they say like if you have a manual car, like they're less
Like they get stolen?
Yeah. Which is funny because people just break in and they're like, "Oh fuck! Like, I don't know how to drive this.
I'm a piece of shit. I don't know how to drive stick." Yeah.
So I even now, dude, like I have my Jeep, whatever, but I want a stick shift car. It's so much fun.
Like
dude.
Jeeps, you can still get manual.
Yeah, but I want like a sports car.
Sports
like,
car.
Yeah,
That's a
Oh,
different
for
I want to
experience.
be like low to
Yeah.
the ground.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
downshifting. Dude, it's so or like in Colorado or like if you're in a big city where there's like you have to go on the freeway to get to a lot of places, dude, getting on the off ramp or the on ramp or whatever the fuck they call it, like going into the freeway, bro, just trying
fun.
to catch up to everyone else, like,
Yeah.
dude, it's so much.
If the weather was better, if it was like winter, I would have brought my hatch over here.
Yeah,
like, I got no AC, no interior. I ripped
yeah.
everything out.
it's just
so-
one seat.
Yeah, it was one seat. I had the passenger seat in there because I took my brother-in-law with me to our last canyon run. But yeah, usually I run one racing seat in there.
That's awesome.
So it's fun.
That's cool.
Another thing I want to get into, obviously you guys saw I just turned the TV on.
Yeah.
I have some videos I want to show you guys. Have you ever been to any of those what are they called? I don't know if they're called car meetups, but like where they block off a road.
Oh,
in, like-
sideshows.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
where people
sideshows,
drift
yeah.
and shit.
I've never been to one. I've been wanting to go to one. I've been trying to find out where they have them, like in close to us. They're all in San Diego and Los Angeles.
LA, yeah, LA's real big. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, I have some videos. I know you're very squeamish on some of these things.
Oh no.
It's
Oh,
not.
no.
It's just you'll see, dude. If you get, all I'm saying is like you have a group of people, you have a four-way that people just block off. People are standing around. Cars are just drifting in the middle.
Yeah,
people are
I
trying to
know
take
where it's
pictures.
going. I know where it's going.
Yeah.
I'm not a big supporter of sideshows, but they're cool to watch.
They're my little brother goes to them. Ambrose.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he's been to a few.
Where
he's
at?
Like, in LA,
Tell them
That
to give
fool
me the
better be in
hookup.
the back,
dude.
bro.
Oh, I know, yeah.
He better be in the back.
bro. I've showed him some of these videos. I'm like, bro, you can be up close.
No.
All right, so I got some videos for you guys. Let me just do screen recording so I could do this. But these are. Oh, okay, fuck it. I'll just post a picture. Okay, so here's the first one. Is there audio?
Oh, Mustang. That's instantly
Oh,
a crack.
okay.
Oh, my God. Already?
Bro.
Oh.
Immediately.
Pop, 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 pop. It ran over his legs. Dude,
His pants
I
are
love
down.
it every
His ass.
time.
Look at his ass.
Every
I can see his
time.
balls, too. That's crazy. That sucks.
So his legs aren't broken.
No, I don't know. Like, dude, so many times people get ran over, like drifting, like over their heads, over their bodies, and they just get
walk
up.
away.
Look at, he's like,
No, that's not cool. Dude.
that's not, dude. He's got tire tracks on his ass cheeks.
He's hurting. You can tell he's hurting bad.
All right, let's do another.
What the fuck? Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
Dude, look at him. Every time, pants down, pants down.
Yeah, I always see that. Every time people get hit, their pants fly off.
And the fool's hanging out of the car too. Like they gotta
Yeah,
get
look at-
thrown out.
Oh, damn. Oh, that dude got like shredded up right there in the red.
I fucking love these videos. They pop up on my Instagram all the time.
I've seen two of these, I think.
One of these people has to fly off.
Ah, of course.
Yeah. Oh! Yeah. God damn.
Oh, he flew. That dude flew.
Dude.
And the people just rushing towards you with their camera.
Automatically, look at him.
Oh,
Bro. They have to die later, like internal bleeding or something?
I hope so.
you probably get.
Oh, this one.
Oh my God.
Like a fucking rag doll.
And they're still
Fool
rolling
land
back.
on his head. Nope.
What did he think he was doing when he jumped up
He's
in the
gonna
air?
clear
He
it?
thought he was gonna clear it.
Again!
That's fine.
2 in a row. He did 2 in a row.
Yeah. Like, I'll go back one more. Look at.
Look at his jump.
the same
Look
guy.
at the jump.
I got this.
He
Nope.
thought he was gonna make it.
I can probably
And
get
he's
the next
laughing.
one though. I probably get the next one though.
Yeah.
No.
That guy's probably drunk.
You gotta be. There's no way you're doing that sober.
We'll do one more. Street takeover turns deadly. Yeah, dude. Look at this.
Oh,
Look at
Shit, he just dragged him.
Oh, in the fire. Tight.
dude.
Yeah.
So maybe don't go to one. You know?
No, I've almost gotten
Stay in
hit.
the back.
I almost gotten hit during a drag race. I should, whose dog is that? Is that yours?
Smoking a blunt.
Yeah, no.
That's what's up.
It's
It's a pretzel.
pretzel. Yeah. I don't do that, dude. Peter's gonna come after me.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, dude. So I just want to show you those videos because they pop up on Instagram all the time.
No, I see them all the time too. It's crazy. I would still have to go though.
Right? Dude, but my dumbass though, like for the story, for good footage, I would love to be in the middle of one. Because I get it. Like I've seen there. I mean, these are all fucking fails. But there's some where like there's a camera guy in the middle, and he's just like there's like wah wah wah.
Letting the car go around him. And
yeah,
stuff.
and he's like at the corner of the fucking front, and it's just like like perfectly. And it's like the video and like the photos are fucking amazing, or just even to like post or whatever. But yeah, dude,
we gotta find
you're a
one.
driver with skill, like fucking R.I.P. What was it, Ken Block?
Oh yeah, Ken Block. Yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah, Ken Block.
even him.
Like
Yeah.
I'll stand in the middle of that dude.
Yeah, that
doing
dude.
his
Yeah.
thing. You know, what I mean? Someone at that level. But these just kids in the street.
Dude, and there's some I thought I had them like I had a file saved, but there's some where there's one where like a guy fucking hits someone and then he keeps like going and everyone starts charging towards the car and they're throwing shit inside because the windows are down, they're throwing shit inside it. They fucking break his windshield and they try to drag him out of the car.
Yeah, I've
like,
seen that a lot. Like I've seen videos where like they'll fucking hit somebody and everyone start attacking them.
Right, they
They'll
start
jack up the car bad.
Yeah, dude. But
Because they're hitting people on purpose?
no,
by
it's-
accident, but
and that's the thing too is
crowd mentality.
people are in
Yeah.
the fucking way. Like it's your like all these people. I don't feel sorry for them. You fucking look. You didn't think that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
You thought it was gonna be like a movie where they just like whoo, like fucking Tokyo Drift,
yeah.
like
I
that
mean,
little fucking.
You get told
No, it
that
happened.
shit when you're like a teenager by your parents, like don't put yourself in a situation, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And then
That's-
like so if you're doing that, it's gonna happen, but
Yeah,
I also get why they'd lash out and drag the fool out of the car too.
exactly.
That too. Shit.
You do drifting?
No, I did at one point, but I got a lot of buddies who do drifting. I have one buddy who is trying to get his Formula D license, so he's really good at drifting. So,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are super into it out there in the valley. So, and they drift in Mexicali. They go to competitions over there, and
What's
They're good.
what's like how expensive is this? Because I can only imagine.
oh,
the
pretty
tires you're
expensive.
going
Yeah,
through.
the drifting's a different ball game. Because when I tried getting into drifting, when I had my 240 SX, I was like, no way, I'm not gonna be buying tires every week like this. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun, and it's more expressive than any other kind of racing.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's you're talking like, I mean, come on, a set. You're only buying the rear tires most of the time, so maybe like $200 a set, and that set will last you one session.
Mhm.
So it's pretty damn expensive.
Damn, dude! I remember when I was in Colorado, going back to Colorado, when I had the Subaru, there was this thing where like you'd get off the freeway, but it went underneath the bridge, and it was like a turn, like a U-turn around back into like the shopping area or whatever.
Mhm.
But it was like going off the freeway, and so you'd have to get over, and you'd go from like 75 or whatever to like a 25. And I remember one time by myself, I went through it. It was like a 25 turn. It's pretty sharp, and it's got a nice little like
Bank.
Yeah. So I was like, I think I could do it. So like I fucking hit it at like 45, almost 50, hit the e-brake, and I fucking and it once I straightened out, it did go like, but I straightened it out and I went off and I was cool.
I think it's all-wheel drive, no? So
The
so-
fucking Subarus, yeah.
That's scary
So
as hell.
it was scary. And so then like a few times after that, I remember I was on this date with this girl. We had been like going on dates for a while. And she saw me coming up to this turn. She's like, "You're not gonna slow down." I was like, "Oh, watch this!" And I pulled it. I don't know if I pulled it too hard and I turned too hard. That motherfucker went like straight like 180 on the fuck. It went like, and it fucking flipped around and like turned like towards oncoming traffic. And I had to fucking and it shut off on me because I didn't punch the clutch when I did it, and so it shut off. And so I had to fucking turn it on and like tuck and take off. It was so embarrassing.
Tokyo Drift.
Ruined it, dude. Never talk to me ever again.
Oh, she never talked to you again?
No, it was like an ick for her, I guess.
Oh,
It, like
shit.
she was like, "That's
Oh,
fucking."
was
Oh,
it
yeah.
an ick that you
That you
almost
almost killed
murdered her? That you almost
I'm
committed
sure that'd be an
vehicular
ick if you almost
manslaughter
killed
on
her.
the first date? Was that gross?
Yeah, she was like, everything about him was cool, but it was a turnoff when we almost died
killed
in
me.
the car.
Yeah, yeah. I was feeling him. He was super cute. He like got where I came from. We had a lot in common. And then he tried to kill me in traffic. Turned into oncoming traffic.
She's like explaining to her friends, you ever seen like Tokyo Drift? He
Yeah.
tried doing that.
Yeah, but he was bad at it.
Yeah, really
The
not
car
good.
turned off. Hey, but you fucking turned it back on and got out.
Oh, dude, nothing.
You
Yeah, I'm still here. Right?
That's a win.
Did you die?
Oh.
Did you die though?
Hey, that girl's she missed out.
Yeah,
dude.
she could have had a lot.
Yeah, dude, she probably has like a kid now. She's a fucking loser. She could have been with me
Loser.
drifting on the podcast.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Says a guy with a kid.
So it's a guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I just had a kid, okay?
Yeah.
I'm still
Her
settling.
kid's probably like 4. Loser.
Yeah, fucking loser. But yeah, no, dude. I know you're like big into cars, so I thought you'd like
Yeah,
that.
no, it's always been something for me.
Just be
It's
safe,
always been
dude.
me. Oh
Be
yeah,
safe,
no,
man.
I've had a lot of close like that. I've had a lot of how do you say close calls? Tons of
Yeah.
them. A lot of them, just like that. But my girl stuck with me after them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. See, I didn't stay with her, so it's good.
I handled
Yeah.
my shit a lot cooler than you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, babe, that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, I played it off. No, but I've had a lot of spin outs like at 100 miles an hour and stuff. That was back when I was a kid. And like I think now, like crap, hope my son doesn't get a car and goes at the same shit because I got lucky. I did a lot of stupid stuff and I
dude.
spun out on the highway and everything and slamming on the brakes, locking up the brakes, all that stuff. And like I'm lucky now. I spun out on the track. It's not too bad, but
Yeah.
Dude.
it's fun.
Yeah, dude, it's scary, especially like, and then that's the thing too is actually I got rid of my Subaru and got the Jeep for the reason that I was like, dude, I'm dangerous behind this thing. Like I know the power it has, and I know like the things I can get away with it,
It's a gamble every time,
dude. And it's crazy because like I don't know, I'm that type of person where like I can't just be like I can't have this dope ass car and take it easy. I'm like I want to see what this thing's got.
Yeah, you never will. You always say you're gonna take it easy. You
Yeah.
don't. Like I tell my girl, yeah, I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna drive the Civic, all cool, and we're here passing cars on the highway like I'm Brian O'Connor.
Dude,
and stuff.
I would. I
Yeah.
was weaving in and
It's
out of
crazy.
traffic, dude.
Yeah, that car. I don't know if you saw the video I posted to my son when I gave him the ride along in the Civic, and you could see the terror
Oh,
in
his face.
Yeah.
Then it goes from like to like like he's
Yeah,
like
like-
oh, and then he's like oh, and like it just kind of goes.
He had been asking for a ride all week. Like, hey, Daddy, you want to go for a ride? I'm like, and my girl's like, go ahead and take him. I'm like,
I'm surprised she said go ahead and take him.
Yeah, she trusts me. I've almost killed her, and she lived. So
Yeah, she's still with you.
yeah,
it's
so I
all
put
good.
the seat in and all because I never have the seat. I put it in. I took him, and yeah, he
strapped it down real nice.
Yeah, I made sure it was bolted down great, and then yeah, he liked it sort of at first, and not really. He doesn't want to get back in the car anymore, so he learned real quick.
Let me ask you this. We gotta go soon.
Yeah.
But you just brought up Paul Walker. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Yeah.
When I found out Paul Walker passed away, it was probably the first time ever. And I think this is corny. I think when people are sad over a celebrity's death or something, and they're like, literally, like if it's a family member, the way they act, I'm like, dude, chill the fuck out. They don't even know you exist, and you're like acting this way towards them. Paul Walker was the first and I think only person up until like maybe Adam Sandler dies, but like that I was like, I wanted to cry.
Yeah. No, same. I was devastated.
I was like, dude.
I was devastated.
I remember
when it
too.
happened.
I was with my buddy and his wife. We were at Walmart. It's crazy how I remember this. I don't even remember like when my grandma died, but I remember this. And like we were in Walmart, we were in line, and it was around the time that I don't know if you remember this, but there was a time for like a good 2-3 months, like I don't know how many years ago, but that like TMZ would post about like people dying, and
Yeah.
then they would be like, "I'm not dead." You know what I'm talking about? Like it was like I remember it was like
Oh,
back
you
to
were
back.
hoping that would happen with Paul Walker.
So yeah, so we're in line. I'm paying for my stuff, and she's like, "Oh my God, Paul Walker died," and I was like, "No, he didn't." She's like, "Yeah, look," and I look at him like, "Nah, whatever." We get in the car, and I start looking up like Googling.
Once you find out how he died, you're like, oh, that's for sure made up.
No, I didn't even like. I was just like, I just wanted to know if he really was dead, so I would just Google like Paul Walker, and then like in Google it said like, Fast and the Furious star Paul Walker dies at whatever age, and I was like, oh my God, he's really dead. And then like it was almost like a family died because I was like still trying to process it. Like it wasn't until the next day that I was like, oh, this is real. Like it's not like he hasn't messaged like, hey, I'm still alive. Like no, like Vin Diesel, everyone was like putting stuff out, and I was like, oh my! I started like bawling my eyes out.
no, yeah, it was bad.
It was weird though.
I remember the day it happened. I had just got off work like at 3 p.m. and the crash happened like around 2 or 1, I think. And I was on
Yeah.
Facebook. I follow all the car pages, and they posted the actual like that car on fire, like Paul Walker and car accident. I'm like, oh shit! Like it's coming from the people posting it. I'm like, oh shit! And I remember it got confirmed finally. I was like, oh damn! Like, and then I think like Paul Walker dying was like, because even my parents are like, well, you didn't know him. Like, what the heck's going on? It's
Yeah.
like,
Even
it's-
my friends were like that. Like, why are you crying?
It's kind of like
Fuck?
your childhood dying because like it's
Exactly.
Like, it's like the Power Rangers died or something. It was pretty sad, like. We went to the crash site.
Oh, really?
Right after that, yeah. Cause, like,
Santa
they had,
Clarita?
Yeah, no, it was in Valencia. Valencia on Hercules Road.
Okay.
And we went. I have a little video of when I went, and like it was like a big car meet going on. They had the Fast and Furious cars there, but we pulled up. News vans were there. Helicopters were still flying around. They had like the memorial there, and you could still see the tire marks on the street where he crashed on that curb. And that's a big one for me too.
I heard same thing. Like people were going to visit and they were taking like parts from the crash site and shit.
I heard someone had taken the Targa top off the Porsche when it fell off the tow truck. But I also heard a lot of bad things were happening to him once he took it. Like it was cursed or something.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he got in trouble for taking that.
Yeah, and of course videos came out way later, and there was like fucking ghost hunters going through to the site at night, and supposedly Paul Walker was talking to him through a little fucking like electric voice thing. You know what I'm talking about? The voice box thing.
I actually had not an encounter with Paul Walker, but I was at the same event he was at one point.
Oh, I thought you meant like as a ghost.
No, not as a ghost. It was like back in 2012, 2011, or it was around that. Formula Drift. I don't know if you heard of that. It's a big event for drifting.
Yeah. His Cody Walker's into it now.
Okay,
his brother.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but
dude.
Yeah, he would. I guess he was attending the one I was at. I didn't know until afterwards, but he was staying in his VIP area over there. We passed by it, but like I didn't look for him. So like we were going home, I was like, oh shit, Paul Walker is at. It was like maybe 2 years before he died. So that was pretty crazy. Like that was probably the closest I've ever been to him, maybe. But like, I never got to see him. But yeah, that was a big one.
Emil, doesn't bother you?
Does it bother me that Paul Walker died?
Yeah.
A little bit.
What were you like 45 when it happened?
I was like,
wait, how old are you?
100. I'm 39.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, you look about 39.
So like.
Oh, he said it, not me. Can't get mad at it.
So I like I watched the first Fast and Furious and stuff when I was in high school or whatever, and like I was into racing and stuff and that whole scene a little bit, but I think by the time he died I was removed from it enough, and then I hadn't like, not that I haven't thought of him, you know what I mean, but I wasn't like so into that. Like if he would have died when I was 20.
So you're probably like 29, right? When you died, maybe 28, 29.
Yeah, I was probably like getting married.
Okay, I was like 21, when he died. So I was like, I was super into it.
Yeah.
It was.
So for me, I was like I had moved on to the next phase of my life and stuff.
I grew up.
That's about the time. I mean, 29, I was like changing shit too.
Yeah, had that fool died when I was 21, I would have been like, oh no.
Yeah.
That would have for sure devastated me, that one, because I used to ditch high school. Like when I went to high school in North Hollywood, and my whole junior year, like I went to class maybe like 20 times. Like I ended up having to like leave the school and like finish through charter because I missed so much time. But
goddamn,
we used to go hang out at this turbo shop a lot, and that was just because like that movie was popular, like that whole scene was popping off, and so we would go like just hang out at this fucking turbo shop in Van Nuys, and like had he died like within a few years of that, I would have been super devastated for sure, because like that's what you're into, you know.
Yeah. Is there any like music artists that ever died that hit you guys pretty hard recently?
Comedians
for sure.
Yeah, Norm Macdonald. When Norm Macdonald died, when Robin Williams died.
Oh, Robin Williams. Crazy.
When Bob Saget died.
Bob Saget was one.
Bob Saget was one that I was getting so into, and I was like rediscovering him like from my youth, you know, like being like growing up with Full House, growing up with America's Funniest Home Videos.
You ever sucked dick for crack?
Yeah, seeing the cameo from
I posted that video when he passed away.
Bro, he would have loved that shit, because like I got super into like his comeback, because he was on fire. He was hitting his podcast. He was touring. He was performing all the time. You could tell he was building up a new hour. And then I was on vacation in Flagstaff with my wife and kids.
Great show, by the way.
My wife and kids. And Al Bundy.
I didn't know.
Is that my wife and kids?
No,
my wife
Married with Children.
Married with Children.
No, my wife and kids.
The Wayans brothers.
The
Wayans.
Yeah.
Oh, the Wayans brothers are great.
Sorry, yeah. You were with your wife.
It's okay. Little WB shout out.
WB.
It's all right. But I was like, every day checking my Instagram and shit, and then in the morning, one morning after like, it was around the New Year, I think, when he died. It was somewhere around there. It was cold. Whatever it was, we went up there for snow. And I woke up one morning, we were like eating breakfast in the hotel room, and I'm just like scrolling through Instagram, and I see people start posting. And the night before, I had read this post of his where he was like, dude, just performed, like this is starting to feel like it used to feel.
Yeah.
So it was like this crazy thing where like I'm sure, the million people that followed him all had the same experience, where you read this thing from this guy who's like in the zone, this thing he loves, this
He's back
craft
on top.
that he's been doing it for 30, 35 years, 40 years, however long he'd been doing it at that point. And the next morning he's gone.
Dude.
Like, he posted that, went to his hotel room, had his accident, and didn't wake up.
Yeah.
And it's like, that shit hit me hard as fuck.
Dude, I remember too, like, a lot of comedians at the time were talking about, like, they were like, dude, I just had talked with Bob Saget, and everyone was saying that, like, the one thing that he kept saying was, like, he fell in love with stand-up again. Yeah. He fell in love with the one thing that got him where he is now, and he was so excited to go back on tour, to start doing shows again. And so, like, clearly it wasn't, like, a suicide. It was, like, some fucking...
No, it was a total accident.
Yeah.
He slipped and hit his head.
And internal bleeding and shit. But, yeah, dude, I was like... Dude, and it was sad when you heard that, because it was like, oh, man, he was picturing the future, like, as far as, like... Oh, I'm back in stand-up. Like,
and
this
he
is...
had the skills. He had the experience.
He was so... Dude, I had never... I only knew him from Full House. So I didn't know, like, he was so dirty during his... making jokes about the Olsen twins and shit. Like, he's awesome. He was like America's dad. He was so cool. Yeah. And, that honestly, that was a big one that I was, like... I was, like, sad about, but... No, yeah.
And Norm Macdonald, just because, like, you found out that he was sick for years.
You didn't know till he was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, same thing with the guy from...
Pee Wee Herman.
He had cancer
just
too?
recently.
Oh, yeah, but... Yeah.
Oh, you were the Pee Wee... because you're young.
No, but
I grew up with Pee Wee Herman.
I grew up around the time Pee Wee's Big Adventure was big.
Exactly.
I never saw the show.
That was my favorite show. Like, I think
the movie.
Dude, the scariest scene in that movie is when he's getting...
his
bike's getting operated by the clowns.
That shit scared the shit out of me too.
Dude. But no, so Pee Wee Herman was like... I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. But it didn't really hit me that hard, yeah. I mean, and then, I don't know, he got caught for fucking jerking off in a porn... Which is, I mean, it's a porn fucking theater.
So why not? Man.
The one thing everyone's like, oh, like, he's
Talk about TMZ. That was like TMZ bullshit.
With the slick back hair, all terrible.
Yeah. Like, it's like someone noticed that the celebrity was in there and they wanted to fuck with them. And it's
no.
Why?
I heard.
Was he the only guy jerking off in the movie theater?
So from what I heard was that around the time like that was like being popular, like porn theaters. It was still
a long time.
Well, okay, but okay. So it was still illegal though to like masturbate in them. Like you're literally you were just
I didn't even know that.
You're not supposed to be masturbating in public. But I think if you own and operate these places,
you
understand that this is what's happening. And as long as people like keep to themselves,
no problems.
Yeah,
no one's just jerking off on anyone's shoulder.
Exactly. You're just doing your little in the pants, little fucking boop boop boop.
Yeah,
dude. I'm showing you porn. You're paying me money. Get the fuck out of here.
Have fun.
I pay a kid to come in and clean up once a night.
Nice job. Walking around, taxi driver.
Some high school kid just fucking cleaning up porn theaters.
Cleaning up Pee Wee Herman's
good money.
Pee Wee Herman's Cum. That's the name of the podcast. This title. No, but yeah. So what I heard was that there was like a sting operation. So supposedly other viewers that were in there were undercover, and that's how he got caught. Because that was the thing. Like I said, you could go watch it, but you weren't allowed to like show yourself in those theaters. But like you said, it was all like you could do it, but like you can do it, but like come on, just don't bother anyone. Yeah. But yeah, so I guess he just got caught in like a sting operation. Talk about Big Top.
Sometimes I go to Jack in the Box and just order the tacos and don't touch them. What the fuck, man?
Smell them.
Stupid sting operations.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Jack in the Box.
No, but yeah, dude. We're gonna wrap this episode up, but
cool.
Ryan, dude, thank you for coming down here, man.
Thanks
I know you had to take a
me.
trip down. I know we were late as fuck.
No, that's cool.
And I know you were waiting in your car for like 30 minutes, but but I really appreciate you coming down, man. Like it's awesome for you to be here. I get like some nostalgia with you being here. I mean, you look good, dude. Like you don't age.
Yeah,
you're like getting better as you get older. You look like you did in high school.
Thanks, I get that a lot.
This is how he looked in high school. I swear to God. Except he had like a little like curly fro,
long hair,
little Jew fro.
Yeah.
But no, man, you look good. It's really cool to check back into like old friends back in the day and know that you're still pursuing your dreams.
Always.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking dope, man. Like I said, thanks for coming down. Are there any plugs? Any Instagram? Any videos,
yeah, you want to know what? I do have a plug. Well,
Yeah.
follow me,
Go
first
ahead.
of all, at Film for Brains on Instagram.
I'll put it up here.
And then I got my friend's shoe brand on right now. It's called Terrestrial.
I saw those.
Yeah.
I saw you
I've
coming
been
with some
looking
dress
at
shoes.
these the whole episode.
It's
yeah.
Ruben Nahara's brand.
Oh, is this like a skate dress shoe? It
Yeah,
looks
they're
like a Vans dress
It's like
shoe.
an outdoor. And I got the Homer Simpson socks too.
Dope.
Nice.
But yeah,
those are clean.
Yeah, Terrestrial. They have other skate-looking shoes, but these are like their luxury line. They're pretty sick. Yeah, I'm plugging in those.
Is there a website or anything?
There is. It's called terrestrial.com.
Terrestrial.com.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll put it up as well.
Yeah, that's about it.
Any upcoming films? Anything to look
Wanna
forward
what?
to?
Stay tuned for my project that I'm doing on technology addiction. As far as that, I don't really have anything else I'm working on. I'm pretty like focused on the family and stuff. But
Oh, yeah.
you know, just follow me on my social media, and I'll be like posting updates there.
Yeah, follow him on social media about his documentary about getting off social media.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So what you got? Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook,
just
or
Instagram,
YouTube?
Facebook. I use it, but it's more like if you run into it. Like Instagram's the main one for me. Like that's
Okay.
one where you
same.
get first dibs on all sorts of crap. And I have a YouTube. I don't update that much either.
Really?
Pretty much
Interesting.
Instagram's like my number one.
Okay.
Which is pretty weird, I guess.
Oh, it's all.
I don't use Twitter or anything.
Dude, same. Instagram's my main focus on everything. We're slowly getting into like Threads, but I think it's dying.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, never got into it.
Jordan's
but-
trying to get.
I
us
did a
into
whole
Threads.
episode where I was like, get Threads, and like the more I'm on it, the more I'm like, it's dying.
I might jump on toward the end. We'll see. I'm like that.
You'll bring it back to life.
Yeah. No, but yeah, thanks for having me, guys. It's
Hell yeah,
sick
man.
to be on. I love the setup and the podcast
Thank
and
you,
everything.
brother. I
It's nice to
appreciate
actually
it.
talk for once. I don't talk much, so I'm really quiet all the time. So
Yeah, you talk a lot, dude. I
Yeah.
was gonna be like, shut the fuck up. man.
yeah, no, that's the. I mean, this is like tame compared to my girlfriend tells me I don't shut the fuck up.
No, dude. I mean, this is a podcast. This is where you're supposed
yeah,
to
you're
talk.
supposed
so-
to talk. Yeah, come on a podcast and not talk. But
Yeah, dude. But yeah, you guys check him out. Obviously, Emil Comedy on Instagram, Threads. He's got to make a YouTube soon. You got to post some clips of the shows.
Yeah.
You really do. You should make a YouTube.
I should make a YouTube.
Just post the clips, 5-minute clips. Just put them on there. Don't even just fucking post them and post and
I
go.
need a laptop.
Well, we know a story about the laptop. You know, trade a baby for a laptop.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Long story.
Long story. Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
check it out. Here you
I'll
go.
tell you
Yeah.
after. Yeah.
But I also want to let you know, man. I had a great time with you. We had a great time with you. You're more than welcome to come back anytime. If you have any
Bring
like,
the hatch. Let's do it in
Yeah,
the winter
dude.
so you can
Yeah,
drive
we need
the
to do
hatch
an
down.
episode. I'll bring
Bro,
a hatch
I
out.
would.
and-
It'd be dope to do like a. We'll do like a podcast, and then we'll do like the last 20 minutes like in the car. I'll set up the camera.
Oh, that'd be
You
great.
can like
Fuck yeah.
drive us around. He'll be in the middle back seat. Like,
Yeah.
October 21st, come out to the mountains with us if you want to come that way.
fuck it, we might have to make a trip out there,
Dude.
dude. Make some videos and stuff. Maybe do a podcast on the road. I don't know, man.
I would do a daytime
Dude,
cruise. Go-
roadcast.
Yeah.
Hell
A
yeah.
roadcast.
Go out to the pub, have some burgers and some
Yep.
beers, and we'll chill by the lake, and then we drive right back down. It's like a 3-hour thing. So
we could do those things.
Yeah, dude, for
For
sure.
sure.
for sure. But like I said, anytime you want to come back, let me know. You're more than welcome. Open anytime. I really hope to have you on again. There's so many other things I want to get into with you, like back in high school, skating back in the day.
oh, I know we need to get into that. The dad days.
The jerking videos, like all that shit, dude. Like I really want to reminisce with you. So once again, thank you for coming
Cool, man.
on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emil.
Yeah.
Love you,
thank
Emil.
man. Love you, bro.
Love you, Ryan.
Great meeting you, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's the episode of Slap on the Pod. Make sure you like, subscribe, go to the YouTube, go to Instagram, follow us all. Comment your favorite or worst fucking thing of this episode. Whatever you guys want. Send me a dick pic. I don't know.
Send dick pics.
Send Emil an asshole pic.
Ooh.
He likes booty pics.
Ooh.
Mainly the whole part.
Oh.
The balloon tie. The balloon knot. But thank you guys for tuning in to the episode. We'll see you later. We're out.
Balloon tie?
A balloon knot.
Balloon knot.
knot?
That's what Mark Norman calls it.
Balloon
Yeah,
knot,
stay away from the balloon
Let me
knot.
see why my phone is ringing so much.
Oh, bro, dude. I have to message my girl and be like, I'm starting right now.